the White House, President Eisenhower signs the proclamation that makes Alaska's entry into the Union official, nearly 92 years after Lincoln's Secretary of State bought the territory from the Russian Tsar for $7 million.
The Alaska Wild Project podcast is brought to you by the following sponsors.
Barney's Sports Chalet, supplying hunters with the best hand-selected gear since 1963. The exclusive home of frontier gear built for the rugged Alaskan terrain. Your one-stop shop for all your outdoor needs. Visit Barney's today at 906 West Northern Lights.
Big Rays, the Alaskan outfitter, committed to outfitting Alaskans across the state since 1947. Whether you're a recreator, parent, guide, or corporate buyer, Big Rays has the gear you need, tailored for Alaska's harsh conditions. Check out their new exclusive line of Auralic waders. Big Rays for all your outdoor gear and rugged work attire. BigRays.com.
Tailored Restoration 24-hour emergency home services, helping Alaskans restore their dreams since 1972. Services include fire, water, mold, post-emergency cleaning, repair, and remodeling. Give them a call in Anchorage, Eagle River, Matsu, or Fairbanks. Hit them up at tailoredrestorationalaska.com.
Total Truck and Alaska Overlander, Alaska's premier supplier for custom automotive accessories and overlanding products, providing all-inclusive rental vehicles and trailers custom outfitted to explore the Alaskan backcountry with a unique and convenient traveling experience.
TheTreehouseAK.com, located at 341 Boniface Parkway, Alaska's own and grown cannabis and CBD store. Ask the bud tender what the strain of the day is to get your 10% off. The Treehouse, where the culture lives. AKO Farms, located in Sitka, Alaska, built from the ground up with concentrates as their single motivation, with exclusive products such as their sugar wax, full spectrum diamond sauce cards, and more. Ask your local bud tender about AKO. Marijuana has intoxicating effects and may be habit-forming and addictive. Marijuana impairs concentration, coordination, and judgment. Do not operate a vehicle or machinery under the influence. There are health risks associated with consumption of marijuana. For the use of only by adults 21 and older. Keep out of the reach of children, and marijuana should not be used by women who are pregnant or breastfeeding.
The Bait Shack, located on Ship Creek upstream of the bridge. Can't miss the bright red shack. They are the go-to fishing gear rental and guide service on Ship Creek. Tight lines and fish on. Come hook into the action with them. Hit them up at thebaitshackak.com.
Lawn Pro AK, Alaska's year-round professional property maintenance team. Services include weekly lawn care, custom landscaping, fertilizing, weed control, turf repair, and more. Schedule your free estimate at lawnproak.com.
Alaska's OG cider company, Double Shovel, crafting gluten-free colonial-style ciders founded as a healthier, non-inflammatory brew option. Drop by their Pop and Tap room in Anchorage off of 58th and Arctic or visit the second location in Kodiak. Double Shovel, award-winning ciders.
The Alaska chapter of Backcountry Hunters and Anglers. BHA is the voice of our Alaskan public lands, waters, and wildlife. Their goal is to uphold our hunting and fishing legacy while keeping our public lands wild. Stand up today and join BHA at backcountryhunters.org.
Alaska Mining and Diving Supply, located in Anchorage, is our go-to for powder sleds and utility rigs. Whether you're in the mountains with the flat bill bros, running trap lines, or hauling freight, they have the selection to get you dialed from peaks to the valleys. Find them on Commercial Drive or akmining.com.
It was an Uber. So I leave last night to go pick my kid up from the airport. And that was...
Sorry, I'm thirsty.
No, there you go.
Thirsty little fella.
Hey. I know you guys got a head start, and I got here late, so...
No head start.
So I see a dude stuck, and I'm like, I got to get to the airport. So I go pick up Kennedy, drop her back off. It took me like an hour and 20 minutes, and I get back, and he's still there. Now, like, two other neighbors out there, and their shovels stuck in the ice. I'm like, man, damn it. I can't just go inside. It's just, I can't. I should have, but I can't. So I get stuck trying to get to him, get out by myself, get him out. Those Kia hybrids don't have anything to fucking hook to. Usually you can pop a little cap on the bumper and
Just
bolt
wrap
a
it
little
around to an axle.
Oh, right around those lower control arms,
Someone's
baby. Both of
neck.
them.
Wrap around
Don't
someone's
they have
neck.
the little pop
Bro,
off where
he's
the
already-
little screw in for the?
No, that's what I'm saying.
They don't.
No,
They're not like a-
I pulled 2 Kias out yesterday
The
by the control arms.
The Germans
Take
do.
note.
Oh yeah,
Don't
take
drive
note.
a Kia.
Don't drive a Kia, especially a hybrid, dude. This thing was like overheating. He had to keep shutting it off and turning it on, and like the park brake was sticking. And I'm like, damn, this thing is just not like in this hardcore snow 4x and shit.
Hybrid.
Anyway, man, get him out. I get down into the road. I get stuck again because I'm in reverse. So when you're trying to rip in reverse, you're just kind of at the mercy of whatever the ruts are doing. And so I got hung up. And anyway, this dude, we get him out, and he's going forward. He goes around the circle, gets into some high pack stuff, and just gets a full head of steam into those ruts. Whoa, and just lower deflector off, splash shield off. Meanwhile,
Just
when I was pulling on him, he's like, "Don't worry about the bumper." So
That's like
Filipino guy.
it's the same thing as
Bro.
dumping fuel when you can't take off in a plane.
Ooh.
That's what
Dropping
That's what you
parts.
gotta do. You gotta just shed weight,
Just
man.
shed
Shed
it.
weight.
Yeah, so yeah, he's getting lighter as he was cruising for sure. And he comes out of the circle and turns left, and that shit front tires are airborne, dude. Because he hit it so hard. Because he was panicking because he was stuck for so long.
yeah.
You
Like,
tell you're
get
starting to
me
get
outta
panicky.
here.
Yeah, so he didn't give a fuck, man. He just airborne that thing.
You're like,
Wham,
hell yeah.
wham, wham. So he peels off, and I'm like, maybe he'll stop like up there in the good hard pack and come
back
back
and
and
check
help
on
me. No, he's gone.
Yeah.
The old man, you can see him grab his shovels, walk in. I'm just like,
Cool.
All right. So we're back to
Cool.
lesson 1 for you. That is learning to say no.
Yeah.
And now we're gonna move on to lesson 2 because lesson 1's not working. Call for fucking help, bro.
Yeah, man, we're not doing
You
nothing.
can, I don't have shit to do. You can call
You
me.
don't even got to work for 3 last
I
3
know,
days.
man.
Yeah.
I keep the strap in the back.
I'm
of
always
the,
looking for a good workout. Let's go. I got shovel, toe straps, all that shit in my truck. Let's go.
I cussed my way out of it.
I bet you
Cussed my way out of it.
probably ran out of words. Had to
Yeah, I
cuss.
started
Did you have to
repeating
cuss
a
in
lot.
Spanish? Start cussing
He
in
learned
Spanish.
a few languages real quick.
Just real quick.
Did the word royal come out?
Well, and the neighbor, you royal mother. you caught that in the text the other day?
How could you not? I haven't
Bro,
heard that saying.
I lost
since,
it.
like,
I lost it on this dude.
Royal
man.
cocksucker.
Oh my God.
He kind of paused when I said it to him.
You're like, did I just?
He was like, "What?"
He means
He's
business.
like, you mother effer. I'm like, you just got royal cocksucker. See, there's
Yeah.
no way you're one up in that. You can call me whatever you want at that
That's
point.
it. You win. Mic drop.
It's like when they left me that note on my tent said Chichaco. I was like, I'll come back for that one. I'll just move my tent. Sorry.
Is that when you like put it on the trail?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's all right. I've had buddies who shit on the trail. That's
That's uncalled.
whole nother level of dirty for sure.
I shouldn't camp once, but there was some edibles involved.
And it just came out. Like
Oh no, he was in
not
rough
done.
shape. He was in rough shape.
Oh no, it
That's
was
not
like
a
death.
shit. That's
It was like the first time we
No,
really
but
hung out.
and all, I thought I was far away
that's an invasive.
from the camp.
And then you turn around and everyone's standing there looking at you.
Yeah.
Hi.
I must have like circled or something. don't
I
know.
walked in a circle for an hour.
Just stumbled around
right
for 30
outside my
seconds
tent
and just
door.
went right
Got
to
up,
the same
walked
spot.
like, ooh, I'm right by camp. Oops.
Yeah, so I didn't get to bed until 4 a.m. after I got my truck.
This was late. Late. Why
Yeah.
that late?
Damn.
Well,
Oh, because you went back from hockey.
Yeah, no, I picked her up, dropped her off from the airport, and went home.
Oh.
And then helped that guy, and that was like an hour, and then I got stuck myself. So then
And how'd you get unstuck?
I just dug and then 4-byed. Yeah,
Where?
I
Right
found-
on your hill?
No, right in front of the house. Actually, the turn into the circle is just like all washed out real bad.
Okay.
So it's
that's. I think.
it's-
I think
it's
Rena
awful.
told Jamie about that.
yeah.
I think they were texting, and she said, "Yeah, there's a guy stuck right in front of our house right now."
Oh,
Yeah.
it's Brandon.
Yeah, that was. I know. I was
But
like,
Brandon's helping him out.
it was really late. No one saw it because I got like the big Chevy guy in the
Oh, they
neighborhood,
saw
and
it,
I was
bro.
like, oh man, no
I
one
can't be
saw
that
it.
guy.
Nobody can see me stuck out here.
Guy's
the
been
one
helping
that pulls-
everyone for the last week.
Pulling everybody out. I can't be the
Yeah.
guy stuck.
looking down on him,
Shame,
rolling down the
shame,
window and looking
shame.
down at him.
What I can say is I've seen some half-ton Rams, fucking piece of shit, stuck in the snow. Those things, dude. Those
yeah.
4-wheel drive systems in those,
Ram.
like they were 2 of them in a row. like the auto shift 4-wheel drive was like getting hot, and then it was like throwing a message on there. Something was overheating and disengaging.
Yeah.
Let it cool or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Well, you
On
know,
a 4x4
a
pickup?
truck's bad when like Dodge removed their name from it, and they're like, no, these are just going to be called Ram now.
And
Ramathorns.
and I finally just started calling them Rams. For years later, I was like, oh, never call them
like,
Ram.
nah,
I'm
it's
calling
still
them
a
Dodge.
That's funny.
You're not
been
fooling
sucking
me.
ass.
I'm not owning one.
Like in some real true blue situation, like where you need a truck to be like really truckly, those things are failing miserably.
I just seen too many. Everyone that owns a Dodge and a snow machine doesn't have that top tailgate piece. It's the first thing to go on.
funny.
Oh, the Skags just ripped that shit right
That
off.
first time they pull the sled out of the back of that truck, dude, that tailgate, I'm just like, yep, that's what this thing's made of. Nope.
Did the
It's been fucking,
big rigs get stuck? Fire trucks and ambulances?
We had a little of everything stuck the last
How are those
few days.
trucks? Are those like 8x8s? How are those set up? Do you have any idea?
I mean, I drive.
Front wheel drive.
Yeah, right. I mean, some are 2, some are 4. You
Yeah.
know, some
Well,
rigs have
imagine that-
chains. We've got on spots. We've got these new special tire kind of systems. Like the last few years, all the engineers went through this like specialized winter driver training.
Yeah.
Which like
Do they stud 'em?
you can.
You guys don't
kinda
have the
took
auto
away-
chains like the school buses?
Oh,
We have
yeah,
on
yeah, yeah.
spots
Okay.
that will kick
That's what
in
it's called,
yeah.
on the ambulances
Oh,
also.
the ambulance have them.
But on Medic 9, I was chained up yesterday. So with that, I can't go over 35. I had to stick to the side roads for every single transport. So it was like I'm going
So
from
bumpy and-
Golden View to, regional on Lake Otis, like side roads.
Yeah.
crawling.
I
So-
think that you could probably do more damage to a patient down C Street than I would be like, let me out, I'll walk.
I mean, I had to like verify
bad.
with people. It's like just confirming you want to go to the hospital right now.
Are you
like,
sure?
and then 3 a.m. when we were getting these first dumps, and like side roads had not been touched, driveways had not been touched, and it seemed like nobody could walk. Everybody needed a stair chair and a gurney. And so it's like we just start shoveling and start plowing, or, if they had a snow blower, it's like make a path, you know. And again, ambulances stuck, engines stuck all over the place. So I did not get stuck once, but knock on wood.
What do you guys call another truck to come? Or do you guys have like a
there's some-
recovery company that?
There's like if they need a wrecker, there's special wreckers that can
Okay.
like get a engine or truck out if we need to. Luckily, like a lot of the stuck was just like remotely flat, slight grade, where
Dump the water.
where some like proper digging and gravel in scenarios could like get you out, but it's more like oftentimes we had to stop like blocks off and
Yeah.
walk in, so my medic's like, okay, I'm taking kits, like you figure out how to get to wherever. So one call in particular yesterday, we had to walk like a block and a half into this cul-de-sac because there was a tow truck trying to pull a van out and like 4 other cars stuck. So we're not getting in.
Yeah.
So we walked in and there was this dude mobbing around on a 4-wheeler with like a small like plow on the front. And I was like, hey man, do you have like a utility sled or anything? And I'm thinking like those black ones that you
Yeah.
just use when you go ice fishing or whatever.
Yeah.
He comes out with like this full body size one. And it was perfect. So we
Oh,
borrowed
wow.
that. This woman had fallen like.
Did you ask him check the ID on that?
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna
You
go
got
and
this, bud.
need to borrow this. We packaged her up and put her in the sled and pulled it out a block
Oh,
and a half
perfect.
till that we
right
could get
on.
back out to the ambulance on.
Honorary ski patrol.
Yeah, pretty much. It was like lower in that like 76th area. Like there was just
Like
horrible.
Otis, yeah.
But so
You're-
that was a pretty frequent.
Your
like-
training, you're really taught to use your resources around you at all times, huh?
yeah,
Like,
pretty much.
I mean, you have your own equipment and things that have to be a certain way.
But a lot of times we just will use whatever's available.
Yeah, like,
to
snowblower,
us.
somebody get that running. Like, somebody in that crew can prime that thing, fire it up, get it,
Yeah.
like make it happen.
Yep. Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty much what we get paid to do is just fix. Not if we can't fix it, we can find somebody else who knows how to, or find a tool, something else around that we can kind of get the job done. But the last few days have been quite unique. I mean, I've been at this job for 8 years, and I haven't had to do as much like thinking outside the boxes we've had to do like the last few days. And the way I'm driving this ambulance is pretty Western lately because it's like I just have to lean in the back and be like, hold on. And we're going, you know, it's like up Golden
There's a bunch
View.
of stuff in the back, isn't there? Stuff lying around?
Yeah,
It's all
we've got cabinets that are closed, but yeah, if you've got somebody that's got like a compound fracture, you know, and it's like,
poor thing,
we just, you know, maybe up their pain meds and say, hold on, let's go.
If you ain't injured now, you will be.
Are you mainly driving like a F450 or like like a dually heavy duty?
Yeah, we got
ambulance?
two in the back. Yeah, and we, you know,
are they Fords or Dodges?
Ford.
Yeah, they're probably F450s probably.
Definitely not Dodges.
Yeah,
They're 450s. I think they are 450s.
Yeah.
They're probably Teslas in California.
And you're running 4-wheel drives?
Yep.
Damn. So they're heavy, so they probably still kind of get around good, but
Kinda. Yeah, but it was like I was saving that for when I like really, really needed it.
yeah.
Chains did a lot. So I actually saw Medic 9 today mobbing on the highway. So I'm like, okay, you don't have chains on anymore. So maybe they got studs or something today. So I'll find out when I get to work tomorrow. But
Man, thanks for sharing because that helped. That really actually gave me a little bit of a fresh perspective on what like somebody else who's actually doing an important job is doing and then dealing with it.
Yeah.
To me, I shouldn't. I feel like I can complain, but you know, you guys are, you know, a lot of time sensitive things happening, and the conditions are working against you in a way that's like really, really detrimental versus, you know, time that we have just trying to get to work or whatever it is.
Luckily, like none of the scenarios, at least from just on my shift yesterday, were not like life threatening, but they easily could have been, you know, and then I'm having to like, you know, we're off like Dale off Old Seward there, and it's cars were stuck and ambulance or engine was in the way. So I had to pick like 4 different routes to try and get up to this house. You know, and then when I'm trying to pull back out onto Old Seward, another car, you know, you guys probably did it a lot too the last few days. You're playing chicken. Like somebody goes down a one-way street and it's like, well, who gets to go? It's like, well, I do. So I flip on my reds and it's like, you better move.
Oh, hell yeah.
Well, I do.
So yeah, there's no question in that.
Have that
so
option, but I would if I could.
Yeah, I did. I got to do that a few times yesterday because it's like, I'm not backing up. Like you can figure out another way to go once we had the patient in the back and we're moving. So
there you go, bud.
Yeah, we've had to get creative a bit the last few days.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, there's UPS, FedEx, dudes, everyone's stuck
Mobbing.
everywhere.
Mobbing.
Why didn't they all just take the day off like all the state and federal people did?
I don't know, man, should be.
People
I
take
drove
days
it.
off when it's
I had to update my handler's card, so I went over to the Department of Public Safety like 3 days in a row, and they were just closed. I'm like, just drove across. Suppose I could have called.
Yeah.
So all you people out there are gonna talk shit. I didn't call. I just went there. They weren't open.
Typical man shit.
Sorry. Way.
Due to snowfall, we're not open today. I'm like, well, I made it here.
Yeah. No.
That's man stuff.
I always
right
prefer
there.
to like go in. Yeah. Like I'm doing something.
Yeah, I'm just going to go.
I'm going to find out.
Right. But
I'll
like
bitch all the way.
guys,
Bitch all the way home when it's closed. Like, God damn. It
are
is
so
Labor
funny.
Day. God damn it.
That's so funny because I'm the exact
Speaking
opposite.
of that, you guys, this is the funniest thing of my month, dude.
Oh man.
So I went and I had lunch today with Billy and Gonzo, and they're like, "Oh, let's go to Sol Casa." I've only been there a couple times.
Yeah.
It's
I've
good.
never been there.
It's good food, bro. They Billy orders chicken wings, and
Classic.
they bring this shit out for you to eat your chicken wings.
A bib.
This is how fucking soft this society has
that?
gotten, bro.
What is that?
I
fingers?
think
He was getting probed.
it didn't come with instructions, but I believe that this thing is so you don't get hot
chicken
sauce,
juice?
hot sauce on your
Oh
fingers,
my-
bro.
Yo. What?
They're
So
like,
people listening,
they
it's
gave these
basically
to
it's
us.
a glove that only covers your pointer and your thumb.
It's like little finger condoms for
Yeah.
your for
Yeah,
chicken
all I
wingers.
could think about when I was seeing that, I'm like,
hot sauce
what is
under
that?
your fingernail or whatever.
And the fact that you kept it to show us as show and tell.
I was like,
today.
dude, I was like, oh my God, I have to show my wife this. This is how silly this world has gotten, dude, that we are now wearing finger gloves.
Protective
to eat
PPE for chicken wings.
Damn.
Oh, love it.
So I have to admit something when it comes to chicken wing eating.
Okay.
You brought this up. I felt inclined
Are you a pro?
to admit.
Can you put the glove on first?
Well,
Can you demonstrate how
I
that's
feel
used?
like what I'm doing, that would go hand in hand with what I'm about to tell you, but I refuse just because I'm at least going to get one finger and thumb dirty when I'm eating wings, but I eat my wings with a fork. So my left hand is just like a prop, and then I carve all the meat off of it,
I was about to say,
maximizing all the meat off the bone, for the record on that. That's
a guy
my
with
method.
a beard of
Then
your,
you're just like 2 cleanups, like done.
I can understand how you do that.
Because it's here.
You eat your pizza with a fork?
Sometimes.
Most finger food fork.
I really struggle when I eat a sandwich or anything. I mean, it's like every single
fork?
bite.
Beard, though.
Yeah, well, even before that, I developed this
Hold
at
on.
Hooters back in the day.
You eat a sandwich with the fork?
Pre.
You were just,
Okay, you're gonna have to take me off this podcast.
Is that
if I
Subway
use-
with a fork and a
Just
knife?
like, yeah, can I get a smash it?
you were trying to eat slower at Hooters so you could hang out longer. You're
Well,
stretching the meal.
I was always
I gotta bring
Enjoying
Hooters
the
back.
enjoying the
huh?
ambiance.
Could you guys ever hit the 50 piece? Could you guys ever do a 50?
50 piece?
Yeah,
Oh my
dude.
God.
Between 3 of us, we
No,
always
no,
get that 50
no,
piece.
no. I meant by
One
yourself.
person, 50
Yeah.
piece?
No
You ever
way.
done it?
At Hooters?
Yeah,
No,
dude,
have I ever done
Hooters
it?
wings were huge, dude. You ate 50
with the fork.
with the fork.
How long did that take?
Holy
A whole
shit.
football game.
I
like
bet.
3 hours.
I bet a whole football day.
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
vinegar and shit. I got all like
Hammered?
no,
What's
like
that?
I was like I
Yeah,
was high.
loosey goosey.
Like I was high, dude. Like the
Your pH level was off?
something was like
I think that was the beer, dog. I think that was
swear,
the beer.
it was like something about eating all those wings, man. I was just like
Maybe.
fucking
Got hot
I
sauce
took
poisoning.
shrooms or something. I don't know.
Got hot sauce poisoning.
Fuck.
I think I've eaten 50 wings there was a place in Arizona, but they were tiny because they were like
Wings and thing size,
authentic.
tiny ones.
Yeah, they were like real
only did it-
buffalo
only did it
wings, and
once, but-
they were 5 cents a wing
Damn.
down there.
Damn.
And I think a chump ass fool will be, biting and like leaving chunks of meat and all kinds of stuff on those.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I,
that's
That's
what
why
I-
with a fork, man,
that's what
it's
I
like,
do.
yeah, no, you get
I eat all the cartilage. I eat it all.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I get it down to bone and
Yeah, science.
if the
class.
cartilage isn't soft enough, I'll spit it out, but most of the time I'll crunch it all the way
Crush
down.
it.
Yep.
Crush it. They keep them fingernails and toenails and joints.
But could you imagine with the fork and then the glove? Just like,
And then you've got some like eyewear and a bib
Oh,
and
dude, I was dying. I
Let's
was
go
like,
full goth, bro. Come on, dude. Get the Jenkos back out. Work the school, man.
oh my God, put some safety glasses on.
Yeah,
Just
let's
like,
get some black lights in here for you.
boom.
But that's
Next
that's
level.
a little extreme there. That's
Next level.
were other people in there using them? Did you see?
I didn't look around. I just died laughing because I thought what she asked
is that
us
what
for.
it is for sure?
Yeah, 100%.
Oh yeah. Well, what else could you use that for? Any ideas?
Fellas, that's on you.
The two-headed monster? I don't know.
Bro on bro prostate check.
Oh, that's so graphic.
It's
So
like a
graphic.
finger trap, but for
Billy
other-
put it on. And he was like, I don't understand how this works.
Billy would do it like that.
I was just like, I thought that the girl was asking if we wanted she was like, I didn't even really hear, kind of like heard it out of the corner of my ear, like I thought she was asking if we wanted like wet naps. They always
Yeah.
give you wet naps.
Yeah.
But she brought these out and laid them down. I was like, what the fuck is that? Like to-go bag? Because it just
You put one wing in there.
looked like a little weed bag
We get
or
2
something. I
wings
was
to
just
go.
like, Billy picked it up and he was like, oh my God. I was like, dude, where'd you guys bring me?
So they got chicken wings at Seoul Casa.
Pretty good too.
That's like Korean food and Mexican food
Fusion.
and American food.
No.
What's
just
chicken wings
Korean
from?
mix. Well, Korean do a lot of chicken wings.
Shit is fused.
But it's American.
It's fused.
Is the chicken wings?
That bag is definitely American.
I mean, the chicken wings from Buffalo, right?
I don't know.
Isn't that the?
I'm pretty sure that
If someone says what is American food, what do you name off?
apple pie,
Cheeseburger.
freedom fries,
I say a cheeseburger is like it. A
or hot dog.
Fries, hot dog.
Yeah.
Hot dog, yeah. Good
Not
one.
a brat, a hot dog.
Yeah, like a
Lips
ball,
and
like a
ass.
Meyer
ballpark, like a
wiener.
ballpark.
Lips and ass.
Frank.
Lips and ass.
I'm more of like a earlobes and ass kind of guy. Like,
My God.
Animals have earlobes?
Oh,
maybe they do. I don't know. I don't know why. Maybe they do. Maybe they don't. I guess they don't. That is kind of weird, actually. Now that I say that out loud and you say that. All right.
I mean, they might.
All right.
Oh,
you guys got me crying.
did you do your
dude.
tags?
You guys.
You were
are
up late
fucking-
last night.
No, he hasn't done anything.
I was like, oh, yeah.
bro. He hasn't
And I
done
was just like
anything
cussing
but
out. I was like,
shovel.
I'm going to get that fucking bison and that bull elk.
Yeah.
No,
That's
I'm
why
not
you were
doing
out
that.
there. Because you hadn't done your tags yet, and you were trying to get them points.
Yeah.
You're trying to get
Karma
them
points?
points.
Oh, you're trying to get the karma up.
It hasn't been working, though.
it will. It will.
It will.
This is your year.
Thanks, see?
This is
Is
it.
it?
This is your year.
I feel
Oh,
like
shit.
it is.
Be wise with what you put as number one.
I don't know. I think neither of you
What
guys
is
have
your-
really hit anything in a long time.
I
So
don't even.
I have every year but last year. Last year was the
didn't-
first time I didn't draw anything.
Zero
Oh.
expectation to hit.
well, that's kind of when I started drawing and communicating with you about drawing over the last couple of years. So
Yeah.
you haven't had luck, have you?
No, the year before I got Ship Creek Moose,
Oh, that's right. Okay,
which was great.
that's hell good.
Minus I
That's a
blanked
really
on it.
good tag. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the last one you got was a boo.
The only one I've ever got.
Really?
One tag.
Oh man, you're one of those guys.
Jamie had
It's
that
fucked
same
up.
tag as you. Is
The
that the only
DC
tag you've ever got?
That's it, dude. That 485. I was with
Well,
you.
but you did good ones this year. I studied
I
the
always
crap
do a
out of that
fucking-
for high
I always
probability.
I always do fucking a bunch. Always max
I
it
know,
out.
but it's about researching which ones are like higher probability. Like you really
It looked
gotta-
like there were lots of new opportunities this
There
year.
A lot of
was.
moose. A lot of moose.
Will you do yours?
Not yet.
Yeah.
I kind of avoid the new ones because I feel like everyone sees that they're. I think they shouldn't say that they're new.
Yeah.
So that
just
way,
put 'em
only
in
the
there.
people who like study that notice it. You're like, ooh, what's that number?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be
But they
really
put
interesting.
new right on it.
And
'Cause
there's
that's what
something to
happened
be
with that.
said for like, okay, you know, we all know guys that have probably hunted areas before too, and that's kind of an advantage. Like, how'd you hunt that, or where'd you go? You know,
Well, I can tell you that I've watched the Klutna bow tag that they give out like 50 something, a 140, I think it is. That used to be like a 7%, used to be the highest sheep probability. And now that's down to 3% chance. Because
I mean,
Joe Rogan, I'm blaming Joe Rogan.
Fucking Joe Rogan.
I think it fluctuates sometimes too.
Well, I think he just like if there's any new, I know that they talk about all the time that like hunting is shrinking, it's not growing, and we feel like it's growing.
I have a
But
solution for
I
that.
tell you what is growing: bow hunting is growing.
Well,
It is growing. You're right. But I have a solution for the growing.
hit it.
More youth hunts.
I agree with you on that.
Way more youth
If they're
hunts.
going to give anything, there should be youth hunts.
There's only two. There's only
Really?
two draw youth hunts.
Well, let's write a proposal next year and submit it.
oh, for this year, there's only.
There's only the caribou for that 40 mile, and there's only the moose that's over there. And I think you said Kennedy got it the other year. We didn't even do it
540.
For draw tags.
for draw tags.
And then there's some harvest opportunities
yeah,
for
but
youth.
there should be everywhere. Every unit should have a youth tag, a youth
Well,
opportunity.
No,
Yeah,
we
that's
talked about
definitely
this.
a good
Especially,
opportunity to
especially
write a
14,
proposal.
especially 13, especially 7, especially like these ones that are all on the highway. You know what I mean?
I personally think, and we talked about it the other day, I personally think that like any of the antlerless moose tags that you can apply for, I think that those should be prioritized as like, if a youth applies, you have a priority. Like you have a higher probability of drawing it if you're a youth. Like we don't have a point system and it's like dead even, just whatever, random lottery. Like that's what we're supposed to be, right? but there should be a priority for youth on something like that.
Yeah.
Like especially antlerless bull, because that could be done in winter. You could snow machine in. It's super easy. I mean, that's, you know, I think Aaron's dad drew that, and then Aaron's son proxied it. And we took him on that hunt, and that was an unbelievable experience. Riding in, it's super easy. Cows are just like in a big
I didn't
group.
say antlerless. This should just be any moose.
Yeah,
for
but I
youth.
think like if you're really
God
gonna,
forbid
you're
you
gonna
go
get
and you see a
pushback,
fucking
though.
nice moose and you can't shoot it because you're a kid and because it has antlers.
Yeah.
That's like backwards.
Well, yeah, but if those antlerless ones are usually late and they're not going to have antlers, so you could shoot a
That's
bull.
true. That's true.
They just dropped them in January, like it's January when we went. But I just think that you'll have less resistance from people being like, nah, I don't think we need special stuff for, because you know how it is. People don't vote for kid stuff when their kids are all grown. You know what I mean? That's why that's why we struggle getting any of these school board
But as
propositions
people,
passed.
as these government entities always talk about, we need to improve the numbers. We got to improve the numbers. There's all these organizations. We got to get the hunting numbers up, the numbers of this and that,
Yeah,
fishing.
Put a lot of
okay.
job permits out there. It would
Let's
crank it
write
up.
that proposal.
You know what I'm
next
saying?
year
There's a
and
lot of
submit it.
kids.
Let's write that
No, I mean,
proposal and
that's
submit
not
it
a
to
bad
Fish and Game next
suggestion.
year. Let's
Yeah.
get out in front of that. I think that's a great idea.
And I
You
feel
can
like
get a handful of people to write letters
Yeah.
of support or like echo your probably same feelings on it.
Yeah, we
And-
start a little movement on social media for
and there will
Youth
be
last while.
there will be numbers will go hunt
Oh,
those
Oh,
hunts.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and we've seen it.
Yeah,
on
when
just
we've-
every youth hunt.
I think
mean,
the
it's-
antlerless one
awesome.
or like the Anchorage area one.
I think Unit 13 that's now closed for caribou for everybody pretty much, that could still be a youth hunt. I saw a lot of caribou.
Only youth.
Only youth.
Yeah. Certain small amount of numbers.
Because now anyone that is south of Fairbanks, you can't go for a caribou unless you're going way up there.
Unless you go to the U-Haul Road.
Exactly. That's a long way, dude. If you live in Seward or Kenai, that's like, especially if you got a kid, because I feel like that's one of the easier good beginner hunts too.
Yeah, caribou for sure. That's why I like the
Yeah.
antlerless thing too, because it's also after your season.
Yeah.
So it's not taking away anything from any grown-ups hunts, and you can just go get it done.
So it doesn't take away your ability to draw. I think if the youth gets one, that eliminates you from your.
Yeah, like if they were to get a moose tag, like that moose.
And pulls yours?
Yeah,
No, that's not fair.
absolutely
Yeah.
it is. Mhm.
Yeah, that's what it does.
Why?
So like the problem would be if say Kennedy drew an 80 bull tag, which she has in the past. I took a bull the one year and then realized it after the fact that now she can't take hers under my household. She can't take that tag.
Yep.
Yeah, but you
So you
should
have to
still
decide.
be able to.
You have to
that's what I
decide.
mean. Okay, that's
So
what I
you're
mean.
gonna go shoot a hunt, and your son drew the hunt, and you're gonna go still get your regular moose.
No, I'm gonna go help all my friends. I'm still gonna go on my
Yeah.
hunt, and I'm just not gonna shoot anything.
Yes.
and then we're gonna.
Well, yeah,
go
you can
get
do that,
hits.
but I'm saying you can't go early and get your hunt and then do their.
Yeah,
antlerless
no, I
one
agree
later.
with that. But you should still be able to draw, and then it should give you should
Yes.
you should have the option
Yes.
of what you want to hunt.
Yes.
No, of course, yeah.
Yes. Correct.
That can't happen because
I thought you were saying it like if your kid
It
pulls it,
negated
they
you.
just pull your name
this
out of
was,
the hat.
This was if you harvest,
Nah,
if you
okay.
harvested.
Yeah,
on
yeah,
a har-
obviously.
yeah.
Same as if you draw a moose tag and you go hunt moose somewhere else regular.
Yeah, exactly.
Like because when I drew
Yeah,
the
then you're
Ship
done.
Creek, I still went and moose hunted,
Yeah.
but I just wasn't planning on shooting anything because the Ship Creek hunt runs the latest.
Yeah.
Till the 30th.
But you still
so-
could have. You
Yeah, I
still
could've-
could have
yeah.
if there was like
I
something you
would've
couldn't
saw
pass
a
up.
donkey, I would have
Yeah,
shot it and
okay.
been like,
Yeah.
fuck Ship Creek.
Yeah. Yeah.
Someone else can have it.
Yeah.
It's
Do you,
long pack.
do you have any different tactics that you're gonna
This year?
employ for?
Well, we talked about it, and I'll feel free to share it to everybody. We've the last 10 years have been doing a lot of party hunts, and we haven't drawn one. We've partied so many hunts. Brandon and I, you two. I mean,
I've drawn on
My
a party
brother-
twice.
but it seems like my new tactic is I'm only partying on the Afognak hunt. And then all the rest I just put on my own. All
good
6 to each of them.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't split anything. I'm going straight.
Yeah, and I didn't
6
split
on
anything.
everything.
6 on all of them.
Yeah.
Instead of doing like 1 here, 2 there, 2 there of a moose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think that works. I think you got to just 6 on whatever you're
But next year, if it doesn't work, I'll probably do like 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1.
Just do the exact opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and
Because
what?
I wonder,
Yeah. I
is
mean,
it like 6? Here's 6 together.
yeah, 6?
You know what I'm saying? Or is
Yeah.
it like, here's 1, here's 1, here's 1, here's 1? You know what I mean?
3 times that I drew, I just did one selection in. I've drawn
Yeah.
3 times.
It's like that lottery thing. Like the dude who buys 50
So-
tickets doesn't win. It's the one lady who bought one.
Yeah. So
You
it's
know?
like,
put all her grandkids' birth dates on there.
And
She
what
wins.
on a
Powerball.
Afognak are you looking?
Giant
bull?
bulls.
Got it.
Yeah.
yeah. You've had luck too, huh, Emily? Last couple of years.
I have. Yeah.
So what was your tactic last year to win all these tags?
Well, I mean, this year I drew that elk, and then last year I didn't draw anything in the year. Maybe 2 or 3 years ago, it was like, maybe
Can you
closer.
get
to
a sheep?
I did draw a sheep,
Yeah.
toke tag, like my second
Hell
year
yeah.
putting in, and spent 16
You
days
drew that
out.
before they reduced it.
Correct.
The last year, right?
It was like 20 or 21.
Yeah, I think you got it the last year before they reduced it.
But what do you think about date time? Like date ways? Like if you
Early
do it
versus
earlier.
late.
Yeah.
Oh, like entering in early versus late.
The late always has a higher probability.
How do you figure?
Because their tickets are
They show you all the stats on the back of their things. They show you the probabilities, percentage, and the late hunts are almost always.
No, I'm not
you
talking about
mean-
late
he means
hunt. I'm
entering
talking about like
in
putting in November
time-wise.
15th versus December
Oh.
14th.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. I've always run it at like last minute.
Except now. Didn't you already done?
Yeah, so I tried a new tactic this year.
Switching it up.
Well, that's the first thing that the supplement.
But that's
says
only
to
because
do.
I was
To
like
do early?
Go early.
Really?
Yeah.
And I wonder why they figure.
They don't say draw early to get better odds.
Right.
Very specifically, does not say that.
Yeah, no.
Just get it done.
I wonder if
so
it like
that
crashes the system.
The
or
system's not
something.
bogged and slow
Yeah,
because
sure.
everybody waits to the last minute and it's
I've
it's slow.
fought that.
Yeah.
Yeah, last
Almost
year I
every year,
kinda-
like,
I kind of messed up last year.
Re-clicking because it's not. It's like sorry.
Yeah.
Like shit.
What
2
happened?
minutes left.
I guess I'll do the same
That's
thing.
usually me and Nate, but that's
Yeah.
not because
Yeah.
I was trying to do it that way. And this year I wasn't really trying to switch the tactic as much as I was just laid up and I was bored.
Yeah, you
And
had
I
the
was like,
time.
well, let's just do this now.
Yeah, lock
Cool.
it in. I think maybe I'll just do the same strategy and do my own thing this year because, I typically have the 3 or 4 different groups that I hunt with, and I don't foresee any of that happening next season. Any of the normal stuff, it's all like a full like change up. So, yeah, maybe I won't do the full party thing and just do my own thing. And I put in draws for my wife and kid, and so there's 3 of us under
if you
one
just-
household that are putting in. So
Cool.
I'd love if they got something, and if I didn't get anything, like awesome, let's go get a moose or something.
Well, if you
As a
put in
family,
for
it
the
would be
similar
badass.
areas to us or the same tags on a few of those are just like I told Daniel, I was like,
Mm-hmm.
instead of just having to think about the party because you need someone to go with you,
If you both draw
and
it
it's hard.
separately.
It's hard to get a hunter.
I mean, knowing though that some guys will go,
Yeah.
then you don't need to party.
That's what I'm saying. And then you get, then you're
it's like,
getting
you'll go with me
12
anyway if I
entries
get one or
instead
not.
of 6.
And the opposite of that, knowing that if there's a certain one you want, that you're able to go get it, even if no one can go, or as the normal crew can go.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
yeah.
So that was my thought with what I did for the goat,
Yeah.
which you know where it's at.
I
Yeah.
do. Did either of you put in for brown bears?
Yep.
You did.
Okay. You did not. No.
I'm going to.
I did.
I just haven't.
But
yet.
I didn't do where you wanted to do.
And you did
Because I
Kodiak?
figured that and I only did the brown bear just to do the brown bear because I figured that I'm going to use my brown bear tag on that bear I've been watching and I'm going to get that guy. No matter what it takes.
Well, that's always the main plan. But then if you drew something, now you have epic adventure to plan.
I put in for Ship Creek brown bear.
Oh, cool. Some hosses in there.
I figure there's a lot there. It's a long time of year you can hunt.
Cheap too, as far as not having to like
Yeah.
go to Kodiak and get expensive.
Yeah.
as some people would know.
And I just figured I would do this.
Yeah,
I figured that we had I figured
Poor
we
girl
had
has
a
to work
plan
all
for
winter
Kodiak
now.
anyways.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I just figured that I'm going to use my brown bear tag on, like, it's already on a bear. So unless that bear runs out of oxygen in that little cave he's in right now.
You're coming for
that
him.
little-
But you totally
you
should,
can-
to round this
gonna
out,
die.
and you as
Yeah.
well if you want, just put in for the same ones because we all want
Yeah,
to go
well,
to these
I'll-
spots in these
Yeah.
areas.
Oh, yeah, yeah. No,
And if one of us gets this, we're going to go.
yeah.
You know?
Awesome.
And
That's a good idea.
full attention of having plan B ready. And
Did
then
I not send
yeah.
it to
if
you?
someone draws,
Did
it's
I only
just like
send
a
it
little.
to him? I thought it was on the group. Did I send it?
I think so. I think, was it maybe like a week ago? Half a week ago?
Yeah, you should just cross-reference his and mine. And
You send
But
me
you
it?
didn't do the bison.
Well, I have my own numbers. I have my own
He,
numbers.
he
that I
didn't do
like
his
too.
bison.
Yeah.
You didn't do bison.
no, not yet, because I wasn't sure what I was going to do there. But I'll probably just do the one I always do.
Got to.
Yep.
That's one where like that takes precedence over anything you do all season.
Oh, if that, someone draws that, that's just
Yeah,
like-
that's
And
just
I
what
usually
you're gonna go
party
do.
that one with Jamie.
and that's what we did. We would party it too all the time. Now I think one of us is going to draw it.
Yeah.
But I don't think you need to party that one because people could moose hunt or sheep hunt over there.
Well, I would go on that one just because fucking.
If someone draws it, I want to
Because
go.
it's
Oh my
awesome.
God, dude. Hell
Yeah.
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 Like I don't need to even bring nothing but my 44. I'm just coming along just for the adventure.
Yeah.
I'm ready for a cold shock.
Okay.
Should we take a break?
Yeah, let's take a quick break
right.
and we'll be right back. Barney's Sports Chalet, supplying hunters and outdoor enthusiasts with the highest quality gear and equipment since they opened their doors in 1963. Barney's carries exclusive brands such as Alpaca Rafts, Sitka Sims, Exo Mountain Gear, Hilleberg, and much more. Barney's prides themselves with keeping a huge stock on hand of various top-of-the-line tents, footwear, sleeping bags, optics, cross-country skis, just to name a few. Barney's is also the exclusive retailer of Montana knives, Seek Outside, Kafaru, Stone Glacier, and their in-house brand, Frontier Gear of Alaska. Barney's has a superior selection of top-rated boots, sleeping bags, dry bags, mountaineering gear, electronics, and accessories. Need freeze-dried food or mountain snacks? They got that too. Barney's now has an amazing new paperback catalog available for in-store pickup or online order. Visit them today at barneysports.com, or even better, stop by the store in Anchorage at 906 West Northern Lights. If you want the best, there's only one name in the game, Barney's Sports Chalet.
Alaska Mining and Diving Supply, located in Anchorage for 47 years, has expanded 3 stores. The main store, the largest Skidoo sled dealer in North America, also has Can-Am, Sea-Doo, Climb, Suzuki Outboards, Honda Outboards, generators and snowboards, Kingfisher boats, and so much more. Alaska Motorsports and Equipment just next door, which was previously Anchorage Suzuki Arctic Cat, for all your Arctic Cat, Suzuki ATV, Husqvarna, Generac, Mahindra Tractor, and now Argo Pro and Sasquatch needs. And to round it out, also next door, the brand new Alaska Mining Superstore for the largest selection of recreational and light commercial mining equipment anywhere, period.
The Alaska chapter of Backcountry Hunters and Anglers. BHA is the voice of our Alaska public lands, waters, and wildlife. From national level policy work to engagement with boots on the ground projects from Kotzebue to Ketchikan. BHA performs public land cleanups, hunting and fishing clinics, and community education to help take your game to the next level. BHA's community-minded goal is to uphold our hunting and fishing legacy while keeping wildlands wild and fostering the next generation of sportsmen and women for years to come. Make sure to follow BHA Alaska for upcoming events, local brewery pint nights, and more. Stand up for Alaska public lands and waters by supporting the Alaska chapter of Backcountry Hunters and Anglers. Join us today at backcountryhunters.org.
The Treehouse AK, your one-stop dispensary located at 341 Boniface Parkway. When you pull up to the Treehouse, you'll notice the beautifully hand-drawn art by Alaska's own Ted Kim. Once you get inside, you're going to see many of the same people that have been there since they opened. The bud tenders know you and what you like and what new product you should be checking out. The store is super clean and the music's always on point. The Treehouse and local owner Josh Boots is a staple in the cannabis culture through his music, community givebacks, and a lifetime desire to bring the people of Alaska the best products available. The Treehouse always has at least 25 strains available, and they're all shown prominently deli style in clear, openable jars so you can see and smell your options. Other products include edibles, concentrates, vape carts, pre-rolls, flour, dab rigs, and anything else you need, they got it. They also have some pretty sick merchandise for sale. Check out thetreehouseak.com, or better yet, stop by the Treehouse today and get started on their loyalty program. Remember, you must be 21 years of age to enter their store. The Treehouse, where the culture lives.
Like nothing's there.
Can we set up a ice fishing extravaganza at your cabin?
Oh my God, let's do it.
Oh man, what a good idea.
How fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's.
Like, I don't know, February,
Yep.
something. Mm-hmm. Spring break
Yep.
on the lake.
Yep.
Is there pike in there?
Yeah.
Dude, there's monsters in there, dude.
Monster pike. I've caught a few
So we
nice
can bow
trout.
fish it.
In the summer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, in the
No.
winter.
We'll cut it out.
Yeah, we'll chainsaw out a huge
Yeah.
chunk.
Oh,
Damn,
okay.
I've never done that. That's
We'll just
I mean-
chainsaw like a huge hole
Yeah, there you go.
in a shallow spot.
probably
and
have to
just-
look at the regs and stuff for the lake on all that.
I think pike you're allowed because they're considered.
Well, I know
invasive.
somebody
They're
that
strict.
was bow that in the summer was bow fishing.
Okay, so it should be good.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, pulling like record like size pike
Oh yeah,
out of there with
They're
a
just
bow.
eating every fish in that lake.
But yes,
It's
we
a
can
lively
do that.
lake.
Yeah,
Oh, that'd be
that'd
so
be fun.
much fun.
Good call, dude. That sounds awesome. And it's close.
Uh huh.
Just put some ice houses out around. I'll sleep outside. Shit.
Yeah, I usually am pretty well in tune with like when they get the ice road going out there,
Okay.
and then there's huts out there all the time set up, so you can snow machine, you can for whatever
Yeah.
mode of
Or rip
transportation
some snow goes.
Yeah.
you like.
Snow goes.
snow
We
goes,
could
yeah.
definitely do that.
Bring my skis.
You do that.
Yeah.
You just bring a saucer sled.
Yeah,
dog.
doing a little
Just
hooky bobbing
saucer
off
sled.
a.
I'm ready to
we
6
go.
by out there and just
Saucer sled.
all over that place,
Yeah,
dude.
tis almost the season for that for you guys.
Do you consider getting tracks for that?
Nah.
Be kind of cool though.
Studs.
Yeah, nah.
Nah.
Just put
I
some-
thought that thing can rally all this shit that's out there right now. No problem.
yeah, till it's slick.
I've been smashing my side by side around at work. I took it in,
Oh,
thawed
fun.
it out, and then it bombed, and I can't get the trailer in there. So I've just been like pulling it in and out. And it's been thawed out, but anyway, I went smashing full send diff lock and all this snow.
Oh, yeah.
Thing just fucking
Goes.
smashed through, dude.
Yeah.
So
Just
much better than a
lighten.
truck. Yeah, I was floating around, turn, stop, back up, go forward. I'm like, damn.
Oh, they're pretty
Truck is
fun
stuck in here
till
for
you
sure.
break through some ice.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Then
Yeah.
it's
Well, I
the
have
fun
full
goes
intention
well.
tomorrow to attach the inner tube.
Oh, fun.
Oh, do a
yeah.
full pull.
Yeah.
Go street
Straight
pulling.
down
Check out the hood.
straight on the street.
Right in the streets, baby.
That's how you
Yep.
do it.
You got a cul-de-sac right there. Just whip them
yeah.
little shits
That's right.
freaking
That's
hard
right.
like Dad
It's gonna
used to
block
do.
the road
on
off with my
Then,
Just try to launch you.
then it's a real snow day.
yeah.
truck. Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Then we're gonna build some tunnels in that big thing they made on that.
And I
cul-de-sac.
don't think like people would be calling the cops on you for that kind of shit.
No, they
you know,
could.
right?
Good luck.
You
What
know
are they
where I
going to do?
live, man.
Yeah.
What are they
Cops
gonna
don't go there, dude.
I mean, what
Cops don't go
the
there.
neighborhood I
West
grew up in,
side.
if you ripped around a snow machine or a four wheeler, dude, somebody call the cops on you.
Yeah.
Didn't I
like,
send?
what
Didn't
the
I?
fuck?
send-
where you live, they would.
No,
not in
not
Manila.
now. I'm talking about where I grew up in East Anchorage.
I might start a frenzy.
Didn't I send that video to
Oh,
you
where
of
I'm
that
at.
that funny dude on Instagram, where that dude's talking about the neighbor, and he's like, he's just rapping around the neighborhood. I don't know why people want to. All these Karens. Don't be a Karen or a Ken. You
Yeah.
haven't seen that one?
I haven't seen
I
that.
thought
one.
I sent that to Last Wild. It's hilarious. He's like, you gotta just be a good neighbor. If the kid wants to just rap around the neighborhood, you gotta let him do it.
Yeah.
And I was at work yesterday, and I was like, I know that sound. And I turn around and look out the window, right up Diarman, just two dudes, like,
taking
and then
it.
I was at Station 10 up Bear Valley on Saturday, and it's like, I know there's that huge park and field right there, and you could just hear, like,
yeah.
Why not?
Those
I'm
people are
getting
just
it.
trying to get home.
Right. They're just living.
Yeah, I seen snow machine tracks on Homer Drive.
Awesome.
like just in the ditch. I was like, oh shit, somebody did some pow turns.
Yeah.
Didn't that come up for like a vote or something?
Yeah,
It didn't pass?
Dunleavy introduced it to try and make it legal to ride side by sides on the road
Yeah.
outside of Anchorage.
What happened to it? Didn't pass?
No, I don't think it did.
Like he was trying to go statewide because it's legal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not legal.
It's
It's
not
just
legal.
kind of accepted.
Well,
Yeah.
But I think his point to letting him on the road was because, like, when you're in Wasilla, like, if you live next to a road, like a higher traffic road, that all the kids rip their dirt bikes and 3-wheelers and 4-wheelers and side-by-sides down.
you still ride 3-wheelers?
Like, dude, you are, like, your house is dusty all the time.
That shit
So I
looks
think they were trying to be like, dude, if you just let these guys on the road,
Oh, that's what they're saying.
we can cut down on them just destroying the ditches
Yeah.
and the dust.
I think it would be hard to enforce the like registration part and getting taillights. Like you'd have to have all that shit on them to make them
Turning
street legal.
signals, all
Yeah,
that.
you'd have to convert your rig if you wanted to be street legal.
Well, and just like,
Which they do it all the time down in
Arizona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I hear people be mobbing around and their side by sides all around
Yeah, in
town.
Arizona
Yeah.
it's legal like that,
Oh,
right?
yeah, that'd be fun as hell.
But I'm pretty sure,
I'm
they
not
still have to
doing it
do all
in
that.
They have all the lights and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like downtown Anchorage would be a perfect place for side by sides.
until you get hit by a dude in a big jacked up Ford,
Yep.
and you ain't got airbags.
Or a Dodge with his
Or
mirror
windows.
sticking
That was
out.
the first thing I was going to say. Dodge.
Dodge with his mirror sticking out with this 163 just sticking out the tailgate.
Tailgate up.
Always.
I mean, we're either the last frontier or we're not, you know?
I agree. I think you should be
Yeah,
able
I'm
to do
so
whatever
sure,
you
dude.
want,
Let
but
it ride. Let it ride. Stop calling the police.
just wear a helmet.
Yeah. I mean, back in the day, I'm like, why are you calling the cops? He's riding a snow machine down the street.
A snow go.
I ride my 4-wheelers up and down the street all the time. I've been doing
Yeah,
it
little
all
Man-
around that
you got a little
bitch. I'll go to
Manila
Balto
over
and
there,
back.
though, man. Y'all are
You
tight.
said, huh?
You got a
It's a
little Manila.
tight
Yeah.
knit
Yeah,
hood.
little
Yeah.
Manila over there. You guys
Yeah.
are.
I've been looking in your window when I drive by. See if you're looking at me.
Slow rolling on the wheeler. Look away.
What are you looking at?
You look
Bouncing it off the rev limiter.
If I had a snow machine, I would 100% be ripping up and down.
Hell yeah, dude.
Jeremy and I ripped the 50s, the little 110s around the
Yeah.
bay shore.
The neighbor kid, his
He
daughter
rips
has
the
a
razor around every now and then.
He came
Yeah,
right
man.
over your house this spring, ripped that thing over brand new off
Oh
the
yeah,
showroom
that's right.
floor.
Over there, I don't know. It might be a little too ritzy,
He left my house once, and I was like,
but it's a
He
old.
didn't come back.
It's an old
I, was like,
neighborhood.
I called him like 10 times. to make
Should be
sure
like
he got home.
grandfathered in, like some neighborhoods.
What? Where you should just be able to do what you want?
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree.
like your neighborhood's old.
Yeah,
That should be grandfathered.
I
Definitely
agree.
your
Yes.
family's, your mom's.
Yep. That's old school.
I think you should. I think neighbors used to look out for neighbors.
Should be all access. If you
Now we
can
all
ski
hate our
down the
neighbors.
street, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Oh, dude, my neighbors are really bonded the last couple of days.
But you're like,
A lot of
you're
shit
good. You're
fucking
like that
pulling
neighbor
out.
though.
There's some good ones around helping each other too. So I was actually
I got
pretty proud
good.
to see
I got
it.
great neighbors.
Yeah. Everybody shaking hands. Hey, I'm over here.
Driving, hi, Steven. I'm having a barbecue tonight.
You
Come
could,
on.
if you wanted to make fun of some shit, stop by my house at like 5:20 in the afternoon.
Watch the traffic.
Hey, Tim, Jim, Dick, John, Bert.
Everyone's snow blowing.
I met one neighbor down the corner. You could tell he's an old retired Marine. You know, don't tread on me flag, and American flag, and
Oh, just
Oh, yeah.
that's at alert.
yeah,
Palmia.
the old Doug Williams.
Just
Met
posture.
him today, man. And you know how those old dudes always give you like the full name introduction.
Oh,
It's not like, hey, I'm
Yeah.
Daniel Buitrago.
No,
Or
James
I'm
Jordan
Daniel. It's
Michael,
like it's
the
full
third.
name.
They give you the handshake
Doug
with
Williams,
the forearm
like,
grab.
He said Doug
And a
Williams,
hug.
like the quarterback, and I'm like, bam! I will not forget your last. I will not forget your name now.
oh, he had the thing to go with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, cool. It's just funny. I forget old dudes do the full name introduction.
I know.
Yeah, I
Never
know.
say
You don't
my
like
last
it.
name.
Me either, ever. I'm like, it's hard enough to remember my first name. Why would, you know?
Just hi.
Yeah.
You know what was always awkward?
I mean, I used to.
It's got me thinking
but
about this.
like people just can't pronounce it,
it's-
so
it's
then they
very-
want to just sit there and like, am I saying that right? And it's, I just hate that.
You know
game,
what
so
though?
I'm
It's
like,
very
don't say it.
polite because those kind of men and women, they shake your hand and look you in the eye, and it's genuine.
Yeah, they're like, what this
and
country
and
is
so
built on?
right, and so when they do that, it's kind of funny. I almost want to be like, it's so funny how old dudes do that, but that is really
you will do it.
respectful.
Those are the guys that
you
like
will do it.
stop whatever they're doing when the national anthem comes on.
James Fifield.
Take their
Once in a
hat
great
off.
while, I do it when I go to meet an older guy. I'll
what's
do
your
it
middle
first. Jimbo.
Damn, Brandon, Jimbo,
It's James, but
But it would
Let's
be
stick with Jimbo.
Jimbo.
It would be Jimbo.
it's more fun.
It
to
is
say.
Jimbo now.
Old BJ.
Old BJ.
Oh, he went middle name?
No,
Oh, I was like, whoa.
my grandpa tried to make that stick. The family was like, no. Like you can't.
He was like, old
like
Jimbo?
Nicknames are not things you just like fabricate and make. They have to be
come out of natural.
Yes, natural
sources.
something exactly.
Natural spring waters. It just comes out.
They got to come out of
Very
an
organic.
unfortunate incident.
Scenario,
usually.
right?
Yeah.
Well, that
They're
too.
used to make fun of you.
It
for
needs to
years
be
come.
for a reason.
Yeah.
You know, you don't just
Yeah.
be like, we're gonna
No,
before he's
because not
even
just
born.
Brandon gives
we're gonna-
blowjobs.
And it's usually not in your favor.
Damn.
It's usually not in your favor.
Okay, can you turn the lights down a little bit?
I didn't say get, I said gives.
About the name thing, it got me thinking because when I used to do music in hip hop, you have like your rap name,
Yes.
and so when you go to meet somebody, like depends where you're at. It's like, what name do I give this person?
What
you ever
was
give
what
yours?
was wait, I would know it.
More than
You
not,
introduce
Drop
yourself
soil
as
seed.
more than not, I would say 99% of the time I would just say Daniel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But then they're like, oh, K1, you know, or whatever.
Oh, you're like, it's soil seed.
Yeah.
That's actually
You know what I'm saying?
You're like,
but
That's me.
it was always
That's my
awkward,
alien.
dude, especially
Let me
you
get
meet
that
someone
back.
or another like rapper dude, you know, and he's like, oh, and I'm like, do I say soiled seed or do I say Daniel or soil, or some people call me
I'm
seed?
Sir Mr. Soil.
You're like,
It's like
soil seed. And he's
Daniel.
like, cool, I'm Rob.
Yeah. I know.
God, well, I read it wrong.
You tell me your name first.
Yeah.
And you are
Yeah.
KM3.
Yeah.
Cool. Got it.
Young
I'm
C-
Mr.
Young CZ in there from the 1-2. Yeah, that was always awkward.
You don't have to do that too
It
much
was
anymore
more
these
awkward.
days. Meeting a lot of rappers.
What's that?
Don't have to do that too much these days. Meeting other rappers.
just go
or-
rapper to rapper.
No, still people will like the other day I was at the treehouse and I was like, yo, soil seed. I'm
Oh my God! Yes.
talking and shit. I'm
It's
like,
Mr.
what?
Butrago.
Yeah, this is Mr. Daniel.
I mean, that's how you are in my phone, though. It's both.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
I have it
funny.
Both. Soiled seed, Mr. Daniel Butrago.
Well, not Mr.
Mr. Daniel.
Daniel Butrago, and then parentheses.
Well, what actually happens is I know where and how I met this person by what, because if it's like Mr. B, because I called myself Mr. B for the first like 12 years in the school district.
Funny.
Then I switched to Mr. Daniel, and then there was the music stuff. So it's like depending.
You're like Mr. Seed.
The Mr. Soiled.
Soiled. Don't do that one.
Oh man!
That's
And then it's a
weird.
little embarrassing when I put the email. It's still soiled seed. It's just been the email. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm at the
I like
doctor's
that.
office,
I
like,
like
they're like, oh,
What's that? Oh, I really like to garden.
I have a hell of a green thumb.
Yeah.
I use these plastic gloves.
yeah. Have you seen those?
They call this the
Soiled
double whammy.
seed right
This is
here.
for my soiled seed.
The shocker.
That's good. Good stuff.
was a
man.
good chuckle.
stuff. Life takes you in crazy places.
Yeah, I didn't know you had such a struggle, such rapper life struggles.
Dude.
Well, it's just
The how
it's
do you
something that I
introduce
guarantee anyone that's ever, like, if you have some sort of musical name or whatever.
Or like an alias of some
yeah,
kind.
like you struggle with that at some point.
Did you have a nickname, though? Like someone gave you a nickname growing up? I guess
Oh, I had lots of nicknames. When I was in elementary, it was Air Burrito. I think we talked about this.
Yeah, we did. Air Burrito.
The first person I think of is like Adrian.
So
He
racist.
introduces himself as the mayor, right?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
He just fucking
Just not even a question. No hesitation.
rolling
just
with it.
Totally. Dug that hole and jumped in and started rolling.
Yeah.
The mayor.
rolling around.
I mean, you know what? you got to believe that the most. You got to be the one that believes it every day you look in the mirror.
Yeah.
He rocks it. I dig it.
Well, if you're going to call yourself that, you have to just own it outright.
The first time I ever met him, man, I was like, oh, all right. You were fucking serious about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I'm not joking.
I mean,
I can't call you anything else.
I'm going to respect it, and the mayor it is.
It's like, I mean, no one voted for me, but I'm the mayor.
People are like, wait, is there a mayor in Eagle River? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Really, it's just one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Self-proclaimed, but there's
The
one.
mayor is actually his title.
It's not the dumb mayor.
That's not mayor.
Have you had
That's
any
the-
of the salsa?
I haven't.
I already ate mine.
Oh my
Crushed.
yo.
Bro,
Yeah.
it doesn't. Once you get it, you open it, it's gone. It's like
Yeah.
it's almost like eating a can.
I think you know what? I think we have some. Did you look in there? Did you see any in there?
Oh,
I think you left some. We got to give some to Emily.
Okay.
I can hook
what's
that up. I mean, I have a fucking
A vat.
bucket.
I have to eat it.
Oh, he gave you the bucket, the
Bro.
10-gallon.
Yeah, I've probably eaten 4 or 5 cups.
Really?
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah,
See, that's
so
my
delicious.
that's my vice. Like when I come home, like I go on
Chip
chips and
salsa?
yeah.
What kind of chips? Juanitas?
You know, claro que
I like
sí. Es
Taco
bonita
Loco.
o nada.
It's Juanita, not okay.
Ah, see,
I'm a taco loco,
Oh,
Hell yeah.
Okay.
but not because they're authentic. It's just because
They're local.
no, because when you get to the bottom of the bag, it's still whole damn
Hey,
chips.
chip.
Yeah, because they're hard as rock.
They're good. Yeah, they're good. Yeah, they're not the best. Juanitas are the bomb. And the other, what's the other one that's almost like Juanitas, but
La casa de
They might
Juanitas.
stay together,
La
but-
casa de, what is it? La casita de Juan.
I don't know. They're both nice and greasy.
I don't know. Just keep saying it.
Yeah, there's enough.
I know. I'm like, man, that's just Spanish tongue thing going on there. What the
La
fuck?
casa de Juan.
You just sowed a seed.
Can't think of
Damn.
Now you understand the rap,
How do you
man,
just
don't
switch
you?
it up,
Yeah.
man? How do you just switch it up like that?
He left those chips are okay. The ones he brought, I don't know. Those aren't the ones. Juanitas are number one though.
No.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, but they're dust by the time you get halfway through the bag.
Yeah, dude.
That's why you have to get the.
No, that's how you
Fiesta.
know to stop.
Once they're gone.
Oh yeah, it's like
You like you just physically cannot scoop more salsa because there's just a little triangle
I
on your
would
hand.
say though, get
Bro.
the Fiesta bag.
I don't have stop.
Oh, because then the little yeah.
Yeah, you get the bottom, and then you crush it all up, dude, and then it makes the most amazing breading.
Yes,
Ooh.
for
Like
halibut.
pork chops,
Ooh, like
or
that.
fish, or something like that.
Yeah, because so oily and salty and delicious.
Yeah. So consider that. Don't be throwing that shit in the trash.
Nope.
Damn,
Yeah,
that's a
but
good fucking hot tip right
Breading
there,
is
dude.
not a just get home snack, bro. That's like work.
No,
And
but
I
it's
gotta
already
cook.
there. It's already there. Just
Yeah.
don't throw it away.
All right.
Yeah, save it. Like this is
Just
after you've
crunch it.
eaten all your salsa.
You know what's pretty good? Ritz crackers is pretty good breading.
That's
Yeah.
That's another good one.
See, it's greasy.
It is
That's
same,
greasy.
right? Same.
Buttery.
Same
Gabe,
Gabe,
species.
you know what kills it with the mayor
Same
salsa
species.
is Frito scoops.
Yeah, because they're
Oh
so
my
thick and
God,
good.
dude.
I'm not a Frito person.
Can,
Really?
like the
Oh,
don't people do that with
no.
chili too?
People do that with peanut
Chili.
butter. Don't you, do that with peanut butter?
You crush the.
No,
I
you
do.
do, yeah.
Oh, I do. You bet your fucking
Fritos,
ass
I'm
I
telling you, him and the mayor.
do. Damn, that shit gets
That's damn
clogged
near
right there,
communist.
though, man. This is like.
That's why you got your shirt unbuttoned.
Peanut
It's
butter
usually
and
tight.
Fritos?
It's
Bro.
no
Wild.
free ads.
What the?
No free ads.
No free ads to keep that covered up.
No, I can't do. I don't like Fritos.
I can't do it.
Those
Fritos?
things
I
are
don't-
killer with the kenai dip, though. 'Cause
Oh, they're
hold-
great.
that.
They're great by
They hold.
design.
Yeah.
For
It's not-
yeah,
I don't like
mechanical
them.
purposes.
No.
What about Cheetos?
Oh, I like
just-
Cheetos.
What about the puffs?
No,
No puff.
no.
What about the balls? The balls.
Hell
When
no.
I was a kid, those cheesy balls were so
Oh, from
fun.
Costco with the
Oh
purple
my
top.
God, just-
Oh man,
I
dude.
used to eat
A
so many,
vat.
it would give me a headache.
it gives you cancer.
I know.
That's what it'll give you. That shit
You
will-
just eat a whole bucket and you look in the mirror and oil's coming out of your ears.
I remember someone telling me. I remember someone in Arizona telling me a story that they took their grandma
I
in.
feel like I'm dying now.
They took their grandma into the emergency room because they thought she had jaundice because her fingernails were so yellow.
Great Gam Gam
And
be
they
crushing
came
the
and
cheese
realized
balls.
that she was eating cheese balls, dude, and that shit just like stained her fingers
Oh
yellow.
no.
Freaking Gam Gam.
Dang.
Crushing them cheese balls.
Because that's who had those cheese balls when
always
you were a
picks
little
those
kid.
up at Sam's
Your
Club.
grandparents.
Yeah. That's
the
true.
big clear container.
Oh, you know
Yep.
it. Oh yeah, dude.
Like it was like racquetball. Same thing. Racquetballs and tennis balls come in, but it's cheese
Yeah.
balls.
You know what else I'd crush?
Nice.
Those cans of popcorn. They have the 3 different kinds.
Oh, those
that
are
was-
good. Christmas time.
We used to sell those like at
Now
like
there's,
soccer.
I will support your fucking stupid kids hockey team if you're selling popcorn.
Stupid.
If your kid is selling,
Okay,
if
you
your
and your stupid kids hockey, I will
your
support
kid-
it
Tell me
if they're
something
selling.
good.
Can it-
Yeah,
can it
man,
just
I don't
be
want
the kid's
spaghetti.
Stupid hockey thing.
I don't want your fake
Does the
raffle.
Kid have to be. I mean, it's so personal.
listen.
no, your kid's not stupid. Just the fucking raffle.
Yeah, not your kid. We love your kids.
If your kid,
Love that they're playing
your
sports.
kid has to sell it.
Is
man.
this a bad time
to ask for donations.
So
Get
there's
excited
this
about
raffle
this Friday's
coming up.
raffle.
You could win a 2027 Dodge.
We do have a dope fundraiser we're
No,
doing for.
I just said no.
I know.
No,
that's why
nobody wants that
I
spaghetti.
don't. Man, Candace has put her.
Is it caribou in the spaghetti?
It's moose. My moose. I fully
Really?
donated all the moose
Oh,
meat.
okay. Now we're talking.
All.
See,
What's
now we're
happening?
talking.
What are you selling?
Is there booze?
Like 8-9 pounds.
Selling moose meat?
No, donated. Donated.
Oh,
Yeah. And Alaska Wall Project is as a swag bag that you probably didn't even know about.
So I better come get my plate.
So you should probably show up and come get
Oh,
a
yeah,
beer and a plate.
I remember
Oh,
when
there's
you
beers
did that last
involved?
year.
We did it at the Bayshore Clubhouse.
Yeah.
We had a little thing.
Yep.
This year is at the Native Heritage Center. It's actually like times 10. Epic.
Wow.
what day is
There'll be
it?
tunes, beer,
This
food.
Friday,
Friday.
right?
This Friday.
Might go.
Friday.
Let's party.
Yeah. So my partner in crime over here was like, "Yo, fucking fundraisers and hating, blah blah blah." And I'm
Stupid
like, well, I
kids.
guess I won't.
No, that's an event. That's
plug it.
different.
Well,
No,
by the
that's what
time
I'm
they
saying.
hear this,
It's
it's
a
too
night.
late. But
It's a night, man.
it's
Yeah.
okay.
It'd be,
I didn't know
it'd
there
be
was
really cool if
beers
y'all
and
showed
moose
up.
spaghetti.
Yeah, you
thought it
got
was
you
like-
gotta soup him up a little bit.
Yeah,
like
man.
he's in now.
Come on, man, lure me up, butter
I'm
me
down.
up.
My stupid,
Butter that boy up.
you and your stupid kids, goddamn hockey raffles.
Yeah,
We
it's-
got
Wait,
hurt,
wait,
we got
wait.
hurt feelings.
Wait, so
Yeah,
spaghetti
well,
and
We
he
got
has-
a hurt feeling.
Listen,
No, it's cool. It's all
not-
good.
Well,
not only him.
I wanted to. Well, no,
I'm defending you both on this because that's different. That's an
I'm
event.
not. I'm not
I know what
actually
he's
like.
talking about.
I'm not actually
Hitting me
promoting.
up on Facebook, on Instagram.
I'm
Parents.
already good with accepting signing up your kids for sports and.
No,
and
here's the
dealing with
difference,
all that.
Brandon. If the kid is asking for it, like we're at
100%.
lunch the other day, and
Yep.
the kid came up with the route, and the kid is actually initiating,
bought
Didn't it
them.
work?
I'll buy it. But if
Yeah.
your mom is hitting me up on Facebook to do this,
Yeah.
no.
Turned
Right.
out to be Ben Bailey's soccer team, and I was like, "Hey, when you guys
Yeah, we
announce-
happen to know the
when you
coach.
pull those tickets, here's my numbers. So
And-
feel
and
free
nobody
to call
won.
these numbers."
Once again, nobody won.
No one called me.
Never got the
Ben
call.
Bailey, that's
Nobody
on
got
you.
the call. I bet
Yeah.
nobody got the call.
Well, and in the end, I kind of preached about it before. It's just to support women's hockey in Alaska. It's really kind of at a, I want to say like an all-time high, probably.
It's definitely on the upswing.
Participation?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, and there's still, it still could.
I
be
think
so much
participation
better,
all
but
around in kids sports is at an all-time high. All kind of sports.
yeah.
Everything. From
It's
the
down
ski
in-
stuff
it's
to
down
the
in-
hockey to the soccer.
It's
To,
down in girls basketball though.
well,
this
they're
year.
doing something else, I bet.
Well,
Yeah, it could be.
I
And
bet
then-
those kids are doing something
Well, it
else.
was just leagues kind of folded. They had people that were about it, and then they don't want to do it no more. And then now there's.
But they're
only, like,
doing
one
something
league.
else, I bet.
I would think so. Yeah, especially if they
Would
have
hope
young
so.
children. Yeah, but I figure that's just has ebbs and flows, though.
Yeah.
You know, you get more people into it, and
It's expensive.
it's. I mean, not basketball.
Basketball's not?
Hell no.
Really?
Super cheap. It's just finding gym. Gym.
Oh, gym
space.
time? That's easy,
Gym
man.
time. Yeah.
Churches.
Elementary
But-
schools.
Can you still go to the gym on a snow day?
No.
not if the
All
school
after
district
school
runs
No,
it.
man.
Activities.
Janitor's not there to lock,
No,
unlock,
no.
and lock it up, man.
Nope. Not at all.
But you can snowboard.
Yeah.
She'd
Emily, are
just
you
do
working
that.
Friday?
I am. Sorry.
No. You don't have to
What time?
apologize.
I don't got. I mean,
We'll talk about it later.
okay.
Yeah.
You hurt my feelings and shit.
Let's go.
I'm sorry. How about some of this?
Oh shit. We have some
Yeah.
unsolved
Before
mysteries.
before we get into
What's that?
Emily's hunt.
What's
Oh,
the
shit.
basis?
Hunting.
Hunting?
Hunting elks.
Hunting elks.
Hunting elks.
Oh, that's what the trivia is about?
Oh, shit.
You want me to start over?
No.
No.
Let's go.
Are you okay?
Probably not.
Oh,
But,
shit.
I mean, no one's expecting
I feel like you started kind of like.
I did learn
Trivia,
some fun
me.
facts on my hunt,
I
so
bet you did.
hopefully some of these
You're up there with
questions are
some of
in
them boys.
regards to that.
How old should the breeding elk bull be?
What? I'm confused on that question.
My first number off the bat is 6.
I was going to say 5.
Like legal consent age?
No means no,
What are you
Mr. Bull.
asking here?
And along with that question, so to clarify, what's the high-end number of females he will service in a given rut?
Ooh.
So what's the age
Elk.
and what's the service number?
He's 5, and he's going to hit 18.
Ooh, well, so my
18.
answer was 6, and I'm going to say also 6.
6 and 6.
I'm going to
Goddamn,
say
18's
6.
way too many. He'll be
and
so
I'm going to
exhausted.
say way more than 18.
Oh, shit.
In a rut.
Homie's busy.
Okay.
I'd say 30, but 6.
Everyone
6
gave the
years
answer.
old.
What'd you say?
You said 6.
6
or,
and-
5,
Five.
5, and he hit
18.
18 women.
Okay.
Women's.
Women's.
woman's.
Cows.
Sorry,
Cows.
cows.
For best
Female
success,
Heifers.
breeding bulls should be 3 years old
Yep.
What?
Yep,
Or
I
older.
believe that. I believe
or
that.
older,
So we're all out on that one.
and one bull can service 40
Yeah.
Oh!
cows.
Damn. What
Well,
a,
have you ever seen elk breed?
what a pimp.
No.
Should we?
It's wham. That's it. One.
Can we watch it on
That's
YouTube?
it. Yeah, I'm sure
He
you
just,
can.
One thrust done.
he just sends it
It's
home.
one-
one
Yes.
one
Yes.
pump and done.
Yes.
The one pump jump,
Yes.
dude.
Yes.
He's like, ha, ta, all
Yeah,
right,
but
put it on.
that pump is like a punch.
You know what
It's
it
a
is?
KO.
It's aggressive, bro.
That thing's just ready to just,
Yeah. He's like, I ain't got time to hang out.
I will say to that credit of that bull elk that's goes 40 deep, it's efficient because if you've ever actually seen moose, mate, oh, they get exhausted
Yeah.
because those bulls are so clunky and can't find the spot, and they're up and down and up and down, and
I've been there.
Well,
she says wrong.
Hey man,
hole,
we were all
fool."
teenagers, man.
back when he used
Come
to
on, man.
introduce himself by his rap name.
Yeah. Soil.
Well,
right
the number has to be high, dude, because a herd bull will have 40 cows with him.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like a moose. Like if a moose is holding 8, that's like that dude's a stud.
God, he's a monster.
Oh, that's the best sound on earth.
Good bull.
7 by.
right on the highway.
Full pound off.
Let's see if it's the ones. You're right, dude.
Oh shit.
That was it.
No. That
wasn't it?
That's just him. That wasn't it.
Oh, that wasn't it.
No,
Hey,
it's
Okay.
it looked like
it's
he put in work.
aggressive, dude.
It's aggressive.
It's aggressive.
All right, let's get back to
It's
that.
definitely I don't think no means no in Elkland. I guess is the aggressive I'm talking about. It's
Emily, did you see a bull?
This might be
Did
one.
you hear any screams?
I heard some screams. Yeah, not for the mounting purposes. It wasn't the cow screaming.
Damn, she just does a full scope.
No, but you
for him.
heard some bull.
We did get to hear some bugles. Yeah, John was bugling. So that was the first time hearing.
16 years ago, that one up there, dude.
This one here
I don't know. That one looks like
looks like it's gonna give us what we need.
it's 12 seconds long, bro. I'm gonna say that's
12 seconds.
That's
That is it. We don't.
That's a big.
Oh, I saw it too.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Oh, holy!
Told you, dude.
Whoa!
Damn, he just sets it.
You guys
and
thought I was
forgets it.
joking.
No way.
dude.
He's gonna get the one when she's laying down.
Let's just line it up and
Yo.
Oh
bury
my
it.
Oh, here
God,
she is.
what
She's
a-
ready. Look, little flues.
Oh yeah,
Little floozy.
lift her tail.
You tramp.
Back it up.
Lift her tail.
She's like, I'll just stand here.
He's like biting her. Dude, it's angry.
He's going for that earlobe like Brandon.
Getting that earlobe suck going on. Yeah.
There's some audio here. No.
What do you think he's saying to her?
Girl, some pretty traumatic shit's about to go down. You better buckle up.
Hold your breath.
It's only gonna hurt for a second.
Look at it. What's that? Look at it. It's twitching.
Listen,
He's like,
Did you see it?
He's like, just remember, I love you.
I could take you out of here.
We can leave here
You're better
forever.
than this.
I'm
You're
gonna,
better than
I'm
this.
gonna change your life.
Change your life.
I'm going to save
You got
you,
an
girl.
ear nibble on? This
Listen.
guy's like really working. She's like, I don't know.
She's like, you know what?
No, don't.
Not that kind of girl.
Stop it.
Everyone's looking. I'm so embarrassed.
On the parking lot.
Yeah, that's normally where it goes down anyway.
She's
Well,
a pavement
I think
princess,
we
bro.
got the gist with that one.
Oh man,
pump
he's like,
jump.
all right, let's just
Yeah, we did get the
Just
gist
puff
of
up
the
my
one
chest
pump,
a little
the
bit.
one
What's
pump
he
jump.
doing back
what is
there,
that?
bro?
It's out.
That's not a...
Yeah, that thing's out.
I don't
It's
like your
flickering
video,
around.
Daniel.
What was that,
You
man?
gotta stick to those 12-second videos, man. This
Yeah,
is too
that-
much.
that one
All right,
was-
I'm sorry. I'm
This
sorry.
is like all the foreplay.
This is a whole bunch of stuff I didn't need to see. I feel violated.
So that's how dude hits 40.
40.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
some good.
That's it,
that was
dude.
a good trivia.
Yeah,
Ain't
man.
spending
40
time- ain't no
pumps.
hanging
you
out.
could do that, dude.
As a 3-year-old,
Damn, that's efficient, man. That is like just soiling the seed,
Yeah,
baby. Just
it's
Yeah, it's
quick.
efficient.
Yeah, man.
That's why they're prolific
this
breeders.
dude's just
They're-
got kids
They're bringing
everywhere.
them back in almost every state now.
Efficiency.
No, elk. They're not bringing back efficiency in any state.
number
All right.
2.
Okay. We're ready. When were Roosevelt elk introduced to Alaska?
1964 or 68. I can't remember. I think it's 64. 8 Roosevelt sheep elk.
They did try to introduce sheep also over there. Sorry, sidebar. I'm gonna say 58.
Okay.
Man, I feel like we've done this before.
John talked about it when he
Yeah.
was on the show.
Is that what it was? Okay. Yeah, 1962. I'm going to say 60s. Just feel like the time.
Maybe it's 68 and there was
Yeah.
16.
It's like 62 and like freaking 8 animals or 6 animals or something like that. 62.
Final.
Roosevelt elk, also called Cervus canadensis in Alaska, originated from a transplant of 8 calves captured in the Olympic Peninsula of Washington State
Oh, Washington.
in 1928 and moved to Afognak Island in 1929.
29?
1929.
So
Long
John
time.
was telling
That's like
me.
a that's like a
Holy shit.
century.
Is that the ones that survived or did they do it again?
They're all derived from
swear
that,
it
from
was
that
good
crew,
question.
dude.
60s.
They're
Good
all
question.
derived from that group.
I would have
are- that
swore it
is-
was
that-
is in the 60s and it was from Oregon.
There
There might have been a supplement
The original 8
because
are the truth.
We talked about this. Actually, you weren't here or about that farm in Hatcher's Pass. That
Yeah.
has the elk, and that they were a part of probably the second or maybe third. Maybe they've done it a few times.
Yeah,
think
but
they've done
the
it a few
confusion
times.
was though that
Because they're on
Hatcher's Pass
Edelin
Ranch,
Island too.
right? That Hatcher's Pass, those are Colorados. Those are not Roosevelts
What?
or Rocky Mountain. I mean,
Oh, are they?
yeah, dude. Those fucking things are huge. There are no Roosevelts. Roosevelts are
Did
not
you
big
know
like
this?
that.
There's
Those
a straight-
videos,
you can go
we
get a
were just
Roosevelt
watching
elk
were Colorados.
or a Colorado elk.
Or,
in
I
Hatcher's
mean,
Pass.
Rocky
I
Mountain.
did
Rocky Mountain.
not
Yeah,
Bigger
know
horns.
There's a huge
Yeah, that's
like
what I'm saying.
enclosed.
Smaller bodies.
right.
Way smaller
Yeah,
bodies.
the Roosevelts have the big bodies.
Yeah, the Roosevelt elk that are on Afognak are the biggest in the world.
And we're gonna have them
Yeah.
on the podcast. But Texas style, enclosed, fenced, and they got them all. Like you can choose which one you want.
Big
and
Mo,
they
you
got
can
the
kill
price
them on Monday at 4:30 for 25,000.
straight up.
Yeah.
It's a little crazy. I'm
I
not
want to
sure
go
what to
see it
think
though.
about it.
I just want to see it. I want to see them.
Is that what it costs?
CA.
For a hunt?
I'm gonna pull it up. Here it is.
I remember
We talked about it on the last podcast, but Northern Lights Elks Ranch of Alaska.
We're actually,
And what kind of elk are those? you
they're,
said?
they're Rocky
Looks like Rocky
Mountains.
Mountain.
Yeah, well, check them out.
So like, you can just
Oh, they got names?
yeah.
You
dude.
can't shoot something with a name, man.
I got a name, dude.
That makes it personal.
Well, this is what I'm saying. This is what's happening. I'm not saying one way or the other, but
25 G's.
for
Larry?
you can get curly for 20. I mean, look at him.
Look at yellow.
This is right in Hatcher's Pass, dude.
Look at yellow. Oh, unique.
300 and something acres, 389 acres. I got to look it up again, but
I thought it was 100.
so the cheapest one is the old prongy 6x7, 16,000. Get that good elk meat.
That's crazy.
Beautiful animals.
Anyway, we talked in depth about it, but we're gonna have them on so we can get some more info on what these guys are doing. But it's pretty crazy.
And you said you got 100 pounds of elk meat
Plus. Way more.
off the bone. No, I mean just you personally.
Oh, well,
But-
out of the 2 elk,
You got 2 of them on your
and
hunt. Okay.
So there was like 350 pounds off the bone that I took to Indian Valley.
With 2
2 elk.
animals. Mm-hmm. Oh, shit.
And that we,
Well, on that note,
Ooh, here we go.
what's
A bull and a cow.
what's the biggest bodied elk species? And then the second part is, how much does a bull weigh?
In the world or in North America?
Roosevelt.
Yeah, Roosevelt.
It's got to be on the hoof, too.
And body, what are they weighing?
Mm-hmm.
Up to 1,500 pounds.
Whoa. Wow. I was going to say like 600.
Yeah, it's a Roosevelt, and they probably top out at 850.
The largest elk in the world is the Roosevelt elk, correct, which can be found in northwestern United States, Washington, and Oregon, and parts of British Columbia and Alaska, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And these elk can grow to be 1,200 pounds and stand 5 feet tall at the shoulder.
They get bigger on Afognak.
I bet they do.
Very cool.
I've seen some monsters, man. You got it. Your animal was huge.
I thought
mean-
it was also, and then I saw a dude come into the airport with a rack from Raspberry, and I about hit the deck. He had to have been like 5'7", 5'8", or probably 5'8", this dude, and like the top of the rack was almost to where he was. I actually have a picture
Oh, so you got a big
Yeah, let's see that.
of it.
gerbil.
Let's see yours. I didn't see yours.
It was
You didn't see hers?
insane.
I'll pull it up.
Yeah, let's see it.
We'll pull Emily's up.
Nate's the body was huge. I mean, we carried 600-pound loads.
Whoa. Look
We-
at
I
this.
mean, we
Look
weighed
at this, dudes. Monster. Walk through the door, and I'm like,
6 by
that
6?
Boone and Crockett for sure.
Really, it doesn't give it
On a
justice, that
Roosevelt.
picture.
Yeah.
It doesn't, but you can kind of see in the side, like where he's standing, and I was like, holy shit, can I take a picture of that thing?
Oh, 5 by 5.
But like how dark and thick it was like shocking.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
The one that was with the herd bull,
With
when we
Nate's
got Nate's, was bigger than that.
and that was last year.
Unreal. And Nate said he saw that herd again. He was like, dude, the herd bull that was with it made the one that we saw look small. I was like, well, that seems like a little bit of a stretch, but
There's mine.
oh, that's nice too.
Yeah, it eats good. I mean, I get the
very similar
the
to
juice now.
Nate's.
Why everybody's obsessed with elk meat? Like I've never had a better meat than that backstrap.
Oh, I
Bomb,
bet.
It's the
Yeah.
closest to beef for sure that I've had.
Closer than bison?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
so.
bison-
And that bison is
pretty-
pretty
yeah.
right there.
I think
Really?
so.
Have you not had elk backstrap before?
Like restaurant, but not
Man,
like
elk is.
Sure.
only restaurant.
Oh well, we'll cook
I don't think
some.
I've had
I'll
elk.
get-
I don't think I.
I think Wes
At
was
one of the
gonna give
meat
me a
parties, I
little-
had to have had elk at one of the meat parties.
Had to have.
Nah, no
I've
one
had
brought
elk
that.
burger, and it's amazing.
Yeah, I've had burger and like restaurant ones, but maybe not. I guess not.
I will share.
Okay,
I
yeah,
will share.
I mean, I'm just looking at the photo, and it's a big animal.
yeah, it's huge.
Yeah, and then I mean, even the cows were like very similar body size. So the guy that also had the same tag, that this all kind of went down kind of fast, but this was the bull of the group, and I shot it. And after it was down, he's like, "I'm gonna shoot one of these cows." I was like, awesome, go for it.
Yeah, we're here,
So
let's do it.
he whacked a cow, and it was same body size. So there were 3 of us up there, and then 2 elk down on day 2 of the hunt. So it was awesome.
Oh man, I want to hear the whole story. Maybe we take a quick break and then we'll come back and tell the whole story.
Sounds good.
Were you gonna show us something?
Oh, I was just looking at Nate's compared. I think yours is a bit way bigger.
All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Pretty similar, actually.
Big Ray's, the Alaskan outfitter, committed to outfitting Alaskans across the state since 1947. Whether you're a recreator, parent, guide, or corporate buyer, Big Ray's has the gear you need tailored for Alaska's harsh conditions. At Big Ray's, you'll find brands like Carhartt, Grundens, Darn Tough, FXD, Okiwear, and more. Big Ray's is your one-stop shop for both outdoor gear and rugged work attire. Check out their new exclusive line of durable but affordable waders, inspired by and named after the majestic Aralik River in remote western Alaska. The Aralik wader was designed by Alaskans and proven for the diverse waters of the last frontier. Visit Big Ray's at any of their 5 locations statewide, 2 in Anchorage, 2 in Fairbanks, 1 in Kodiak, or check them out online at bigrays.com.
Tailored Restoration, helping Alaskans turn disasters into new beginnings since 1972. Their 24-hour services include fire, water, mold, post-emergency cleaning, and repairs. Tailored built its reputation with years of committed and reliable service to the community with innovative restoration and home remodeling. When you have an unexpected home issue at the most improbable time, Tailored has an emergency response number with trained professionals available to help you anytime, day or night. Tailored Restoration has locations to serve you in Anchorage, Eagle River, Matsu, or Fairbanks. Give them a call at 907-344-1239 or make an appointment today at tailoredrestorationalaska.com.
Total Truck, Alaska's premier supplier for custom automotive accessories and overlander products. If you want to customize your vehicle, talk to the team at Total Truck, where you'll find their expertise along with top brands such as ARE, RSI Smart Caps, Goose Gear, iCamper, Frontrunner, Rigid Lights, Rhino Lining bed liners, and everything you need to outfit your truck or SUV. Want to turn your truck into a sleeping option? They have rooftop tents, custom camping equipment, electronics, and solar energy packages to keep you powered up deep in the backcountry. Stop by their store location on Dowling between the new and old Seward Highway, or check them out at TotalTruckAK.com.
Island Air told them they were the only ones that got anything, and they got 2.
That's awesome. Yep.
Love that place.
It
All right,
was
Emily.
it was an interesting. I mean, again, I'm new to Kodiak, but like these last 2 trips that I went on seemed like quite abnormal Kodiak weather. Like it was warm, sunny. I didn't wear my rain gear once. And granted, I know a lot of people were like, when they hear the tag that I drew, they're like, "Oh my God, that is such a brutal, tough hunt." And I could easily see how it could be if you didn't have the resources available to you that like we had. And that was one of the first things John said. You know, he texted me when those tags came out, and he's like, "Well, Em, looks like we're going elk hunting." So I was like, hell yeah. So I wasn't sure how this all was going to work at all. But he was like, he broke it to me. He's like, like, this isn't going to be like your normal like hunt that like you're used to. It's like, we've got trucks, we've got trailers, like we hunt from the road. And so I was just, you know, like I'm on board, like cool, whatever we're doing, like that's what I'm into. And so we stayed at the logging camp that's out there. And so there's so much like
Active? It's an active logging camp?
so
Okay.
much history, like just that part in itself was super cool. So I think if I'm wrong, you know, somebody correct me, but I'm pretty sure he like started that logging camp out there. Like
He had his own
back
business.
in the 80s, and I forget what the name of the business was called. Yeah, but he used to be the CEO of Uzinki, the native corp out there, and then started this logging company. So he's got a truck or multiple trucks, trailers, everything that's out there that's like still his own. And I think that kind of just comes with like the perks of the job from being out there on Afognak for so long.
Yeah.
Nobody else has that.
Yeah, all the shit goes out there and stays there.
Yep.
Yeah.
And even like the guy who runs the logging camp now, he is a Chinese gentleman that lives in Vancouver that runs the logging camp. His name's Charlie. Happened to be there for like a handful of days. So it's like we were eating in the dining hall like a few times, and it like honestly it was so funny. Like we went in and had dinner in there like a few times, and it was like everybody looked like they just stepped out of like a coal mining. And like a TV was on. They've got, you know, like a chef, and like we walk in, I'm with John and like this guy that owns a logging camp, and I'm like, hello. And I feel like fork stopped like mid bite, and they're like, the fuck?
What is she doing here?
And one of the nights was on like the night after we got both of our elk down. So it's like we're bloody. We've got all of our stuff on, and it was pretty comical. And like prime rib, like they eat good. They eat good in there.
That's the only way you can get people to work there.
Right. And it's the hours that these guys work. And, you know, when we're driving these logging roads, they've got radios in all the trucks, and you have to call out every half mile, like where you are in the road. Because if these roads are one lane and with a few pullouts, and it's like if a truck's coming at, like they don't stop. And I've got a few videos and stuff of these trucks that come like hauling through there. Yeah. So you call out every half mile, like 1.5 north, one north, and they're like one south. So it's like they know if you're coming, they know, you know, to pull over. And there's only a handful of like
pull-out areas,
of those, and like POVs, like smaller trucks. So it's like super important that like somebody's always on the radio, like calling those things out. Because I was like, after the first few days, I'm like, man, this is weird. We haven't seen any. Holy shit! And it was like nobody called it out, you know. And it was like we just had enough room to get onto the pullout before this logging truck, fully loaded to the brim.
Fucking smashing.
Fully loaded. So it's like there's the main roads, and then there's these clear cuts that go up that just go and go and go. And to see and hear like the science of like the regeneration of how they take these monster Sitka spruce, where they go, the regeneration and how they replant. They bring guys in that are a big group of Mexican dudes that live in Oregon, but they come and stay at these logging camps and replant all these trees by hand.
Oh, wow.
It's insane. So it's just like
serious operation,
super serious. And so it's just so fascinating. So I'm like hearing John tell all these facts and stories, and like, but also still trying to like look for elk, you know?
Yeah. Watch out for trucks.
For a little background, John is John Sturgeon. He was or might be still the president of the SCI Alaska.
He's on the board for Wild Sheep.
Yeah. He's on the board for Alaska Wild Sheep Foundation, and he was also on the podcast. I'd have to look up what number it was, but you should go back and listen to that one. He also was the individual who won the federal Supreme Court case on the waters, navigable waters, Alaska waters federal case.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty amazing. And that was probably 12 years ago now.
Might even be more, I think.
I think it's longer.
The minute.
But yeah, pretty much like the biggest advocate you'll ever meet for, you know, Alaskans' rights, hunters, and just
public land for sure.
It was just really cool to try. Like I had to like pull stories out of him. He's more, you know,
does John party or what?
No, not really.
He's pretty reserved.
Yeah. Less like vocal on his accomplishments, you know, shocker, but like really loves to boast about everybody else's accomplishments, which is, you know, cool. So it's like all the things that I was trying to like ask about, like, how the hell are we out here? Like using all this stuff. He was like pretty vague, and, you know, wasn't like, oh, this is this, you know. So I was asking other people quite a bit, and, you know, people were willing to drop any and everything what they were doing if John needed help doing anything out there. So, like, I mean, you know, I'm not surprised.
He's the advocate for what they're doing.
Yep.
So without him, they don't have a job. So those people understand what he's doing for them.
And he's just been good to them, and they're good to him. And it's just like a well-oiled machine over there. So, yeah, that's what I was with John, another guy that drew the tag, and his uncle, who is one of John's good hunting partners. So Yeah, we all flew in over to logging camp and then stayed at one of their trailers and just started every morning getting in the truck, like driving the roads. Like the first day we drove close to 80 miles, you know, like,
Oh, damn.
we're getting far. And so they know, like, he's got history on, like, oh, we've taken elk here. Sometimes they're walking across the road, you know, and depending on, like, who the tag holders are is, like, kind of varies on, like, how hard they're, like, willing to, like, work for him.
Yeah.
You know, so as, like, a hunter, it's not, like, super appealing to just, like, shoot something that's coming across the road.
Yeah.
And so,
As an Alaskan hunter,
yeah.
we're not used to it.
I think you're just a certain mindset to the kind of hunting you're doing.
Well, I think Alaskans. I think we're just not used to that.
You know,
When you leave here, that's very.
I'm not gonna lie. I
common.
love road hunting.
I hate it. I don't want to say I hate it. It's different than what I'm used to. And
It just depends on like your expectation of your hunt.
sure.
You know.
And I was,
Dalton
again,
and I were.
right.
Yeah.
Happy to be there. This is John's program. Happy to be on board.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
we're doing it. So, it, like I said, it was like every day was sunny. Like a few like kind of light rain showers kind of came, you know, a few times, but we got really lucky on the weather, but it didn't really matter because we were on a truck the whole time.
Yeah.
Anyways, but we spent a lot of time just sitting, glassing, like looking for the herd. And then, so it was on day 2, you know, and at this point I had never seen an elk in person, you know, only from like what you'd seen on YouTube and down in the States
Oh,
and
go to the left, Daniel.
how they bugle and scream and
Yeah, that one.
all that stuff. And so day 2, you know, and again, like there's all these clear cuts everywhere. So these cut monster Sitka spruce also look like the body of an elk. Like it's just
stump
these
elk.
The stump
elk.
large white. So it's just so funny how that works. Like no matter what terrain you're in or where you're at, there's always something similar that looks like what you're looking for.
Of course.
And so it was like 8:30, 8:45 in the morning. We had just gotten started, and I was like, we stopped, and we're kind of looking around, and then we kept driving. It's like, actually, John, can you back up a second? Like, I think I saw something. Like, I'm not really sure. So we backs up, bust out the binos again. I was like, fuck you. Okay, got an elk. I see what I'm looking for, because it's like you don't know what you don't know.
Right.
So got eyes on one. I was like, oh, that's actually like kind of looks like a nice bull. And at this point, it was like a mile off the road. So he pulls up a little bit further, and he's like, all right, go, like, make a plan, go for it. And I was like, cool. okay. So he pulls over, and myself and the 2 other guys, like, we get our rifles and kind of get geared up, and John stayed back at the truck, and he threw out a few bugles, which is really cool, which he'd done the day before a few times.
Does he have the thing or straight from the mouth?
He's got a thing, which
Okay.
looks kind of
Like
like
a
a tube.
Bugle
Yeah,
tube.
it looks, you know, I've seen a handful of different ones. I don't know if his is like kind of custom or looked like kind of a jerry rig system, but it sounded awesome and
like
it
a
looked really
it's like a-
cool.
Wiffle ball bat with the ends cut off.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. I
So,
almost want John's contraption to be homemade. Not
I've got
like
a-
a freaking Phelps
and
calls
it
type
probably
shit.
was. I'll show you a video afterwards because I was just
almost
enamored.
expected to be.
100%. So the 3 of us, like, we grab our stuff and go and like make a stalk on these things. And about an hour later, we kind of skirted around them to the left, kind of got up to where we thought that they were going to be. And the other guy that had a tag was in front, and we got probably up to, I don't know, 700 feet in elevation, not a crazy climb. And like, we were in the spruce, so it was like we found some game trails to kind of walk along, so it's pretty easy walking towards the top part. And then you can hear just like these crunches. So it's like, okay, well, it's either like we got a bear over this knob or like something else.
Oh, you hear something walking around.
Like it was in the thick stuff, and he's in front, and he kind of turns around. He's like, "There's like 5 cows that are right here." So it's like, cool. So it's like we chamber one. I drop my stuff, and I kind of go up next to him, and we're like all protected by these big trees. So we're like in a perfect covered scenario. And then this one lifts his head up. I was like, that is most definitely not a cow. I don't know what an elk looks like, and I'm not a biologist, but that looks like a bull to me.
He's got some antlers on
Yeah,
him.
so I racked one, and it was like 40 yards.
Oh, wow.
We were close, and they had no idea we were there. We just, like, our stock ended up perfect, like, right on top of them. So I shot through, you know, it was in some of the thick, like those is it like the raspberry? What's like the thick alders
Like the Devil's Club shit.
in Kodiak? Yeah.
Raspberries, probably like wicker.
raspberry.
It's like wicker.
Yeah.
It's like
Yep.
yeah.
The thick
it's
of the
like
thick.
net-
For whatever.
netting. Yeah.
Yeah. For whatever reason, they're just like cruising around in that
In
stuff.
that shit,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like
Because
anytime
they can push
moved,
through it.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
nothing.
Shit's a
they
nightmare.
they glide through that shit,
And I don't
and
get
it's
it.
a nightmare.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I whacked him 40 yards, and he didn't go more than like 20. And then David was like, "I'm gonna shoot this cow over here," and I was like, "Fuck yeah, shoot that mother!" you know. So he shoots this cow, and she ends up dropping probably like 40 yards from where my bull is, and we're just like, "Yeah!"
High fives
So,
all
like,
over the place.
Yeah, day 2, and now we've got 2 elk down, and kind of like had to make a game plan. And I in-reached John, and I was like, "John, we got 2 down," and he was back down at the truck, and these guys probably in like a stir of excitement, like didn't really bring anything from the truck minus their rifles.
Oh no, no packs or anything.
No packs, no kill kits, no anything.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So I had all my stuff.
Yeah.
And how far were you? A mile?
A
you
mile.
said? Oh man.
So nothing
That's-
crazy.
I mean, it's still a little push though.
A little bit. Yeah. So I was like, okay, well, we've got like a few options. You guys don't have anything. So I left my knives and they started butchering. And then enough until we got like a first load to take that I was able to take out. So I took like a hind quarter and some back strap and a few other things. So I'm like, ooh, this weight feels good. Like
Oh, yeah.
I haven't like been able to
Celebrate.
like have
Yeah.
a heavy pack in a while. So
And you're not carrying a camp and all that crap or dealing with any of that.
So
yeah.
I had my 10 mil and a full pack and, marked where I was. And it's like, okay, well, I'll go back down to the truck and I'll get your guys' frames. What do we get? What else we need? More game bags, knives, like all our stuff. So
What pack did you use?
I got this right for this trip specifically. I got the Hellbender, the Kuiu one. So it like opens up between the frame and the pack itself, and then it worked out perfect. Like I was really stoked on it, and I was like, I need a smaller pack for this hunt, and so this one looked good. And
versus like a Barney's pack or something like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
and so I was kind of talking to a few guys at Kuiu before, and they recommended that one. I was like, yep, that sounds good. So I get down to the truck, and it was just so great. John was like an excited dad, like
yeah.
I just was so thrilled to like make him proud too in that moment. So, and he was dead set on coming back up with me. He's like, and he called, like I said, anybody's willing to drop anything and do anything for John. So I think he messaged somebody for reinforcement. So he calls this dude, rolls up in like jeans, like
Crocs and jeans.
practically like these old like hiking boots and a t-shirt and a busted frame pack, and he was like the coolest dude on the planet. And he runs like the day-to-day at the logging camp. So I took the 3 of us back up with everything else, and they had finished butchering mine and we're on to the cow, and it was so cool. Like,
How was it navigating? Did you have to follow a trail, a breadcrumb trail? Or
I
did you?
marked where they were, and I felt horrible because I took them up a really shitty way. I took them up a horrible way. I was just thinking like the most direct. I'm like,
Yeah.
John's pushing 80 and like he's a savage, you know what I mean? But it's like I put him through the ringer and I felt horrible. So it wasn't until like our 3rd and final pack out that we found like the easiest trail, didn't have to bushwhack, and all we had to do was hook a little bit wide, and we just stayed through the spruce. Perfect game trail the whole time.
Instead of just like,
And when you go up, obviously, you've been in Kodiak, fucking up your nose and your throat, you're just getting harpooned everywhere, and
Never get off the game trail there.
never. So we took we made a load, and then John stayed down after that one, and then the 4 of us, myself, the other tag holder, his uncle, and the reinforcement went back up. So a total of 2 loads for everybody else, 3 for me, and like we were back at camp and eating prime rib at 6:00. Like by the time we shot, it was early enough, and it was sunny. Like everybody was stoked, was high, no bear encounters. Like
it's just a fun.
You see any bears?
every day,
Oh yeah.
but always from the safety of the truck.
Okay.
And then John has like the distress call, like the fawn and distress call,
Yeah.
whatever that one is. And so it's like
Deer
whenever
call.
we'd see one, like we'd pull over and he'd start whistling on that thing, and the bears were like, yeah. So he was messing with them a little bit. But yeah, I mean, and then so we spent the rest of the week like looking for blacktail, and which that was the first time that after guys had drawn an elk tag that like nobody got any blacktail. So that it was a little bit alarming because he's hosting that Wounded Warrior hunt that's on the 14th of this month, where they do, you know, have these guys hunt out of the back. Few days.
That is.
Oh, it is today.
2-day.
So
Yeah.
it's like a 2-day. God, I got to check in with him. Like a 2-day hunt where he's bringing, you know, these 3 or 4 all Purple Heart recipient.
Yeah, and he's really proud of those hunts.
Very much so.
Yeah.
It's like where they all have a driver, all have a
So they go to
packer,
that same spot.
and they stay at the trailer that I
Okay.
just stayed at. Yep. So hopefully some of this weather that just turned up over there will get them moving around a bit. But they essentially will do the same things that we just did: drive the logging roads, look for these bucks, and have an awesome time.
How do you get on the help list for that hunt?
Good question. He's brought over Dunleavy to be like packer before, and I think he's got like
I can
his.
carry way more than fucking Dunleavy.
Come on, you got a boot on, bro.
I'll carry more with this boot on. And I know he's a big dude.
Yeah,
I've seen it. Big dude.
I know, and I've also kind of like
Sounds
hinted
like a
at the
weight
fact.
off is in the mix.
Let's go.
Yeah, but it sounds like a really cool because he does
Yeah,
that
that's
one,
what I
and then he
know.
does
Yeah,
a
that's
moose
cool.
hunt too with them.
Let's do that too.
I know.
How do I sign up for the packer, John?
I will relay.
Call me.
I will
All right, John.
relay.
Yeah,
I
I would love to
make
get on
really
board.
killer camp coffee, and we'll haul meat all day.
Super good with coffee. Super good with coffee, and I'll pack whatever
Hell
those
of a
dudes
cup of
need.
Joe.
I'll pack a dude if I gotta pack a dude. Let's go. I'm in.
Sold.
Yeah.
Sold.
So it was great. Came
pack
back
a
with a
full
lot
size
of meat.
man.
Everybody happy. You know, weather was great.
Yeah, man.
Like couldn't have asked for like a cooler scenario.
Looks
like
like
just a fun
what,
day in the
what was the
woods.
date on this? You look like you're just full summer.
It felt like it. I mean, that was
Are you wearing
pretty.
some kind of gaiters or something?
You were beginning of October, right?
Oh no, those are like
I am wearing
Or end of September? Were you
Fall-
beginning of
fall
October?
Raven, fall,
early
fall-
October. Early
fall Raven.
Yeah,
October.
beginning of October.
Oh, yeah.
Right
So it
before
was
West.
The 14th, and then I went back on the 27th for that blacktail hunt.
the
Which-
Rego,
Yeah,
the
which
resend.
you know
That was on Kodiak, though.
correct. Which you
Yeah,
know,
Nate and
that
Wes said they
trend-
didn't see a deer on a farm.
and that trend from the elk hunt kind of flowed into the deer hunt because it's like
Yeah.
we saw 2 bucks all week, and I shot the big one that we saw on the first day and didn't see shit for the rest of the
Don't
week.
tell Trent Taylor that.
No, they did.
They're already
they got,
back.
No, they got 14.
I
15,
know.
15.
They got
Yeah.
one dandy. Not like this though.
Yeah, that was a nice buck.
Oh, they got one like that.
Oh yeah, they did get one.
That
That's
one,
a beautiful.
That one
deer.
dude got one like that. That's a nice
But also,
buck.
wasn't there a group
Great
of?
photo.
I mean, there are a group of like 12. How many?
There's 7 of them. I
I
want
don't
to say.
even know.
Yeah, that's a lot.
They went from like 20 something to upper teens to 15 was their lowest
Yeah.
count.
It's ballers only club.
But there was, I mean,
Yeah.
a few other coworkers, and I'm not sure what part of the island that they went to, but they were there for 2 weeks, and they
Bay.
killed it also.
Yeah,
But yeah,
That's
I mean,
a nice buck, Emily.
thank
It's
you.
a very nice buck.
Thank
Yeah,
you, thank you.
really
You said you're
is.
going to get that shoulder mounted.
No, I'm getting my one from last year shoulder mounted. I'm
Are
just
you going to
do
enter it
a
in the big
Euro.
race?
Oh, you should end up in the big buck competition.
Oh, I didn't.
You still can.
You still can.
Okay.
You have till January or
Cool.
December.
That's
December
That's an
31st.
exceptional animal.
Yeah, I would enter that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they have different like.
Might get a prize.
They have
That's what I
different.
thought, man.
What do you got to do?
Just enter it.
Just enter it.
Send it to
I'll
him.
get you the info.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because we were talking about going down there
I remember.
for be a part of
in
that.
January.
Yeah, so it was a wild week compared to last year. You know, it's like when we did the girls hunt last year, and everybody came back with a handful. Warmer temps, still 50 degrees, nothing was laid down. It was like t-shirt weather most of the days, whereas last year it was like 0, freezing, snow, rain, you know.
What would you do different next year?
Bow hunt.
I would like to. Yeah. I mean, it'd be cool to try a different part of the island. You know, I always thought it'd be cool to also try like from a boat sometime too, but it also could just be the year. You know, I really kind of like the setup over there for this. So I don't know if I would do anything really different. Like we got high, we sat and glassed. Like we did have a few close bear encounters, which
Oh,
was the
really?
first time that's ever like really happened.
Yeah.
one we kind of jumped mid trail. That
On
was
the deer hunt or the
deer hunt.
Yeah.
One kind of jumped. We jumped each other mid trail. It was probably like 10 yards, and
They're
it like
coming to you, and you're going. They're coming.
Coming towards each other, kind of, or it was like maybe a little perpendicular, the bear to us, and we were traversing, but he saw it before I did, and then it stood up, and then like as it came down, it looked like it was coming down towards us, but like came down, took a step, and then darted to the side. But it was like, okay, look alive,
fast.
look alive
Yeah.
here, and then a day after that one, we saw another one that was kind of a juvenile that was probably a little young and too curious that like kept coming closer to us. And like at that point, like we left all the like be quiet to the side and was like, being loud, making noise. Both had one chambered, like, and it kept being a little too curious and kept coming at us for a few minutes, probably at like within 25, 30 yards.
You like that? You feel good with that 10 mil?
At that point, it was like I'm way
Did you
more
feel
pumped with
threatened?
my right. Yeah,
Did you feel threatened by it? Okay.
Oh, you had the rifle ready.
yeah. Rifle. We had 2 rifles on it, like ready to go.
And you guys are both shooting 30 cals?
Mine's 300.
Yeah, and Cole's
270.
oh,
What did he shoot?
he's gonna have to
I
shoot
think
you then.
so.
Well,
That's his bear protection.
Yeah.
Shoot
Oh, the
Emily. in the
killer
leg.
blacktail gun for sure.
Oh hell yeah!
Mm-hmm.
Not good for giant grizzlies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was a good learning. Like nothing bad happened. But it was just like, okay, this is what curious Kodiak bears are like. They don't give a
No, they don't give a. They're way
Right.
worse than a honey badger.
right. But for the most part, they don't really want anything to
No,
do
they
with
don't.
you. They want the gut pile or whatever. So
But surprising them on a trail is like that's how it goes down.
what's your bear gun? Handgun.
I have a 460 Roland that's in a Glock frame,
Revolver.
so it's pretty much no.
Oh, you're not a revolver?
No, it's pretty much.
Oh, it's a
10
Glock.
It's like-
Oh, my
Okay.
bad. Oh, yeah.
It's a
I don't know why I said
45 Glock that's converted to a 460 Roland, which is like sort of 44 Magnum power.
Yeah.
you
but
feel-
I'm
you
just
feel
going
accurate with it.
You're going
Way
with
more
numbers.
accurate.
You're going for numbers.
Way
and
more
accuracy.
accurate than I'm going to be with a 460 with 5 shots. Plus, I got 12 rounds,
Yep.
13. But my bear gun, like when we're on a Afognak, because only one of us has a tag usually,
Oh, that's the.
then I got a 45-70.
Yeah.
Cool.
I want one of those. Those are the shit.
Velociraptor.
Did you get one of those?
Yeah.
No.
Should have. Kyle.
Yeah,
had
you're right.
one
You had a
for
something, right? Opportunity or something.
Yeah, Big Kyle had one.
Damn, you should have bought.
Did he
that.
win it
Oh.
at one of our things?
He probably did.
No.
Damn,
No,
you
he
didn't
got-
buy that. Who
He
bought it? Who bought
got
it?
on
You
the-
bought
He
it.
got on the list
No.
at
He had a nice one, dude. Damn, you didn't
3
buy
bears.
that? I would have
Oh.
bought that if you didn't buy
and they
that.
called him because I told him, I was like,
Lever?
he was like, I really want one. Like, what you got? And I was like,
Stainless, too. Man.
I was like, dude, I was on like 5
the one.
wait lists for like a year and a half
It was just a-
before it finally popped up, and I had to buy it like instantly online. And so he did that and they called him, and he was like, "What? Serious?" He's like, "Yeah, I'll take it." And then he bought it, and they were moving to Texas. So he called me. I should have bought it.
God, neither of you bought it?
Well, I have one,
Oh, you have one. I
but
would've
the
bought
new
it. I
ones,
thought you bought it. That's
the new
why I
ones,
didn't buy it.
the new ones, what you want? Because the new ones, Ruger bought Marlin, and now Ruger is making those, and they're better. Because the Marlins, a lot of problems with the Marlins is it's not as much of a problem with the Marlin as it is people short cycle them. It's very easy to short cycle them, and that's why everyone takes them into Wild West Guns and gets their tune on it, which I have mixed feelings on. No offense to Wild West Guns.
Is it? Is yours this one like this?
Mine's the dark series, so it's all black. It's
This
not. I'd like
Is this
no,
Marlin?
it's solid
Cool.
black.
Those are beautiful.
But if I did it again, you want the Ruger one, the
This
new
one
one
here?
Yeah,
Right here.
yeah. They're all the new ones, brand new ones, are made by Ruger now.
Yeah,
and
that's the one that
they're a
big
little
guy
bit
had.
tighter tolerances. You don't need to do like trigger jobs and inletting. They kind of just had some sloppy
How
tolerances.
many rounds can you put in there? Is that just one?
No, 5.
5? Like a shotgun.
5 on mine, which is a short barrel. It's like 20-inch barrel.
That's perfect.
God, you guys didn't pull the trigger on that, dude?
It was just an impulse. like,
How much was he asking? I mean, who
it
cares?
was retail. It was
You
like
can't even find those.
16 or 1700 bucks, something like that.
He was asking that. They're retail for about 12. If you can get
I
it
think
from
it
a
was
store.
just-
If you try to buy one online,
I think he was.
Why did
just,
Kyle even have one of these? That's what I want to know.
because
Well, he got on the waiting
he
list.
saw mine.
Oh,
And
okay.
he was like, dude, these things are
Sorry,
awesome.
Kyle. Sorry, Kyle.
Because he's old, too, and he grew up on the Rifleman, man. Coolest show ever.
Yeah, no shit.
Man.
But
Beautiful
what they're
gun.
doing with them now, dude, like all these guys like mine, where you're making it all like, I mean, I have a tactical M-lock rail in the front, and
Well, you know,
you can make them cool as shit.
you know what was my deterrent is that I figured if I
Damn,
bought
look at
it,
the old school one.
now it was just impulse buying another rifle, and then
Well, you have a proven bear gun.
Well, I want to
That
put
you
money
won.
into that I want to make a really
Yeah.
cool bear gun. So
Yeah.
I was like, I don't really like. Although I always wanted one of these just to have one in my
Because
arsenal.
lever guns are so.
I don't
old.
have one. I don't even have a 30-30, and I'm like, God
Oh,
dang,
the 30-30,
man.
I love it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of one of those things. It's
don't
just
ever
a
use this shit,
badass
though.
cowboy gun, you know.
Like
Not a 30-30,
the 20,
but
the 22, the 44, and the rifle.
I'll use the 22.
I'm saying that's what I use. Like
I
that's
won
the
one.
3.
Remember, I won the Henry 22.
I think it'd be fun as shit to, you know, kind of more challenge hunt blacktail deer and caribou with a fucking 30-30.
Hell yeah, you can borrow mine.
Oh, I'm using my 4570 for. That's what I use.
With
for
just
deer.
a red dot or something like
Yeah,
that.
that's what I use for deer.
You know, anything within 100 yards.
Nah, man, straight fucking iron sight, baby.
Well, that,
red
yeah,
dot,
that
man.
too.
I was sidebar pretty stoked to like finally shoot something over like 200 yards. So that blacktail was that 335.
Oh, it was like
Oh.
first time you ever had to kind of hold
First,
over.
well,
type-
I dialed, and so
Oh,
I've
okay, yeah.
got a turret, but I was like, cool, okay. So it was
Have to
like
do
not a super good rest, and it was, you know, I'm shooting
up angled. Yeah.
a little bit.
Where'd
but,
you get your dope from? Off an app, or did you get custom dials?
custom dial?
Oh, you got like a
Leopold.
Leopold.
So I sent in
VX6 or whatever.
sent in the specs for my ammo, and
Yeah, your
so I
muzzle
dialed to
velocity.
like 320 or whatever, and was just like, fuck it, okay,
Did you just go off the box, or did you
off
you,
the box.
Well, hold on. Remember when we went shooting?
Emily?
Yeah.
You weren't really
God
feeling
damn
it.
it, Emily! Call.
You weren't really feeling it when we went shooting
Listen,
that day.
I know.
You were
Alaskans
kinda
have
like,
a
I
problem
don't know.
calling for advice and help. Isn't that true?
Well, just go.
Is
yeah.
it true, right? Like,
I don't.
yeah, right.
I
Have you ever
don't.
got a call from this guy like, hey,
I gotta.
I ran out of
If-
gas
yeah,
on
if-
Tudor?
Yeah, he has got a call.
You did?
Drop me off ball
brought-
joints in the middle
Oh,
of
yeah,
the woods.
that's right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I brought
yeah.
a little sledgehammer,
right, you
a
did get the
torch, ball
Yes.
joints.
That's
Yes.
right, that's right, that's
I
right.
blew out a sidewall on my own shit.
But that was like, you fucking had to call.
Yeah.
I could have walked out, man.
you know, I got that message when we were recording
Did you?
Oh, yeah, we were here.
on like.
I think we talked about it in the break. Emily, what's
I know
the-
Brandon was excited.
Emily sent me this
I
video.
was like,
was
I guess we're
playing.
detouring our trip.
Super duty.
This is the.
That's like the one.
Dude, you said 80 miles?
yeah, man.
Oh, it's logging roads, bro. They wind up everywhere.
But it
You
wasn't
guys are
80.
not on a road, Emily.
Yeah, what
No,
is this?
This is one of the. This is like one of the side.
John just does what he wants down there, or what? He
Yeah,
just drives
man.
over trees and shit. Beer can rule. I love it.
Yeah,
What are you guys listening to, though?
Yeah, I don't
Or is
know.
that the
Why
music
is-
What is
that you
that?
put on there?
No, I don't know what that is.
That's a
What are
Afognak
we
radio,
hearing?
dude.
Yeah.
Is that in
KSK.
John's truck?
No,
K-Fog.
I don't know what that
That's
music
K-Fog.
is. That's not. We were not listening to that. I
Oh,
don't know
yeah,
what that
whatever.
is.
Yeah.
K-Fog.
It's not my
You've
phone.
been the old boys out there again.
This song's dedicated
Them
to
old boys. Ba-bow, bow,
Emily
bow.
Thompson.
It looked like you were really in the zone.
K-Fog.
I'm gonna send you some more too. But I mean, yeah, that's ballistics are like one thing that are just like over my head,
Yeah.
you know. And
Well, you can go to the range, and
You're not the
they'll
only one
rent
that
you they'll rent you a tool that you can set out, and you can get your actual muzzle velocity.
Yeah.
So you'll be way more accurate, and you'll probably be pretty close if you have like a pretty standard rifle, because they shoot those. All the stuff on the box is like, I think it's like out of a 24-inch barrel.
Okay.
But your rate of twist, your length of barrel, all that's going to change how much pressure you build in that barrel.
Yeah.
The longer the barrel, usually the faster the speed, because it's building pressure for a longer amount of time before it releases that bullet. So you want to get that. If you want to have your dope be accurate, then you need to get your muzzle velocity, and you would send that in with like all the information you could give them, like barometric pressure when you shot it,
Elevation,
elevation,
Yeah.
temperature, humidity,
What
muzzle velocity.
What I would do is be like, yo, Chad, I need some help.
Hey, yo, Chad. What's good?
Well, no, I know Emily
wanna go
likes to do
shooting,
everything
Chad?
on her own, but I'm just
Now,
saying.
what are you
like,
doing this Saturday, Chad?
You don't have to buy. Well, now Garmin is actually making one that's sick.
Huh.
They have a new radar that you can set up. You can use it for your bow. You can get all your speeds.
Is that John's bugle?
Let's listen to John's bugle.
Oh yeah,
game
that's
here, baby.
Phelps. That's Phelps. That's the tube.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, that's a purchased bugle tube.
That looks like an old Kirby
Sounds
tube.
good though.
What is that music?
I don't know. It's not.
I don't
What
know.
in the hell is that?
You DJing over there?
I mean,
Nah.
is anybody Bluetooth?
That's like from her thing.
Oh,
Soiled
It
seed on
is.
the beats.
No, the Bluetooth is off. That is so. It's like just playing.
Emily, it's cool if you just want to admit that you're putting this really soft ass background music.
The music is still.
I mean, it
playing.
almost kind of
Yeah.
feels like it goes with the call, though. Like,
Look, it's just playing.
oh,
Whose is that, man?
I don't
Who just
know.
turned their value down?
This is this. This is this volume. Okay, someone turn their volume down. Not mine.
Not mine.
what is going on? This ghost music in the road?
You must have a different. You must
Was
have
there something
open
else
up.
open from like the YouTube, like the elk mounting?
Oh,
Oh, the elk mountain
That was
music.
the sexy music.
Yeah,
okay.
you're right. But why? That's weird. Oh man.
Go back so we can hear John's bugle, because
Okay.
I think that's legit.
I'll
Turn
do
that
a
up.
few more.
I want to hear this.
What is that
All right, we're
music?
good.
Right.
Like someone's making love, man.
Somebody's
Someone
making
is
whoopee.
making love around here.
Elephants.
Oh yeah, John, let's go.
That's what I'm saying, right? It's like I haven't heard a lot in my day, but I was like, damn, I think that sounds.
I practiced for a whole summer and it don't sound nothing like that.
It was so funny. He did one, and then I wasn't filming, but he did it, and it was like, damn, and he's like, shit, and I was like, oh, I didn't get that on film.
That sounds like a special elk.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, and I think I just sent you a photo of some of
looks
those
like an
logging
early
trucks
morning.
coming through.
Was that kind of early morning? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, but it was awesome,
Yeah.
you know. And I know I need to be better about like figuring out my ballistics.
Well, it worked,
stuff,
so it's got to
but-
be close.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't missed shit
300,
yet.
300 and how many yards?
330.
Listen, 9 out of 10
Congratulations.
dudes don't have that.
That's a. I look. You can sit here and have a conversation with a million guys like, oh, fuck, chip shot, babe,
Yeah.
And I swear to God, I think anytime you shoot anything over 300 yards, you're a pretty damn good marksman.
Yeah,
That's
Bro, I've seen people completely miss an animal at 100.
that's
man.
what
Yeah.
I'm trying to say. I
So
have.
it's not like
I'm
and
on a
nothing
streak
is a
of
chip
missing.
shot.
I'm on a streak of missing weird
Yeah.
shots lately. And I'm
Nothing
like, what
is
the
a chip
fuck,
shot
dude?
on a live animal.
this was the
I'm telling
only
you, man.
or the first
I'm
time
not afraid to say that.
first time where I haven't like had an animal like drop. Okay, boom, there it is. Because I've always been like within 100 or 200 and seen like where they've gone. So it
you
was
0 out of 100.
Yeah.
0 to 100.
I told him like, okay, I'm getting ready to shoot, and I think he was in between of like, either going for his ear pro or like keeping eyes on, and I think he changed his mind from like trying to protect his ears to just like keeping eyes on it, and so I shot, and I think right as I shot, his binos were going back up to his face, and he said he saw like the white of its underbelly and it rolled, and I was like, are you sure? And it's like, I'm still too new to be like.
You have a muzzle brake?
No.
Get you a muzzle brake.
Do you have a jibba jibba?
Well, there's a delay. There's a delay at that distance.
Yeah. And then, just shooting that far and not having a super good rest. And I was
That's
like,
what happens is,
Have you shot something
boom,
that far?
What?
Over 300?
Yeah.
You?
An animal?
No, a person.
I mean a target.
Animal.
An animal? I don't think I've
I think the
shot.
furthest is probably the sheep we got.
Oh, I shot my big caribou. I think I shot like 300 yards.
cool.
I got my
Yeah.
sheep.
But
and
after
toke
shooting
at
your gun at that 1,000 yards,
46.
Crazy. Game changer, right?
man, you feel like
Invincible.
anything's.
Oh,
My
that was
cow
crazy.
elk was at 456, 458.
But you haven't shot an animal yet with your new rifle, right?
Yeah, just
You did?
shot a moose.
Oh, you did? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
120 though, right?
200.
200. Yeah.
This was like, sorry, I'll just wrap this part up.
That's too
real
close.
quick.
Too close.
So it was far, but not that far. But when you're in stuff that's that thick, it's like this was the first time I've ever had to go attempt to like find and recover an animal, and we were stoked and excited. So I was like super grateful. Like I took a picture from where we were and from where the animal was. And then I know Onyx and Basemap have tools that's like, okay, the shot was 300 yards. Like I can mark it. Didn't do that, but I took the photo. And we kind of like chose the path of least resistance, kind of like up to where we thought it was. And it took about 45 minutes to an hour to get over there through all that thick stuff. And he was certain it was a little bit higher. And I'm kind of kept turning around like, I don't even, like, this doesn't feel right. I feel like we're too high. I kept referencing like the photo, like this doesn't feel like where it was. And so I went down a little bit further. Obviously easier to go down that stuff than come up. So we started kind of high and I started working my way low. And then again, referencing the photo. And then as soon as I was like, this is the direct line, it was like there was a large hump, like a mound that was in between.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like an open grassy area from where I shot from. And I was like, okay, we're getting warm now. I'm like, we're directly in line. This has to be where it was. So I kind of stood there.
You could see where you shot from.
I was like, I'm not seeing any blood though. Like that's kind of weird. And so I kind of took out my binos and started looking around, and it was probably like 15 or 20 yards downhill. There was a monster like blood smear across
Very sad.
Awesome.
When you
across
rolled
some of
and
that
smeared.
alder. And I was like, ooh, okay, I don't want to get excited, but I'm pretty sure that's what I see. And then I look a little bit further past it, and I saw some like white flashes, I think, from like its throat patch and stuff. And I was like, I'm pretty sure I see it right now. But it was like, that was the first time I was like, oh, I feel a little anxious right now. Like, did I hit it? Did I not?
Yeah,
You said
am I
you
gonna
saw
find it?
it roll.
Was your impact right where you wanted it?
Yeah. A little bit, maybe a little bit further back, but I didn't damage any of the shoulder meat.
But not high or low.
Correct.
Yeah, but at that distance and how it all went down, when you went to re-rack one and relocate, it was gone, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing.
That's why you need a
Yeah.
muzzle brake.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. She had like a one shot. And then it was
Anyone,
like, oh, shit.
I would tell anyone, any caliber, I don't care if you're shooting a 22, if you can put a muzzle brake on it, put a muzzle brake on it. There's no reason not to have a muzzle brake on your rifle.
Yeah.
It's the only way you're ever going to see your shot. If you don't have a muzzle brake, you ain't seeing shit.
What other benefit?
Well, isn't it too if you have a partner?
It's way less recoil.
Well,
Takes about 40%
pinpointing your target.
It takes about 40% of the recoil off. When we were shooting 1,000 yards out there, or 970, whatever, out there at Eureka, I could watch my bullet hit. I could watch the spin drift.
Cool.
And you're not doing that without.
Nope.
You got to come out this year.
Emily,
love to.
did you glance up and look after you shot to see if you hit him? Well, that's where I was getting at. Was as you
I mean, like as I'm looking up.
You're
I'm
racking.
racking, trying to see if I can see anything.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
Because initially, all I saw in the first, like, I didn't see it, Cole did, like, was just his ass was for like 10 minutes. And he easily could have taken 2 steps forward and could have been gone. But instead, he turned down. And that's what I was like, I'm shooting. Boom.
Broadside.
Yeah. And then after that, I just racked. And
you guys didn't have a call or anything?
Nope.
Nothing.
We're just sitting close.
Just saw him, so he never saw you.
No, we saw 3 does a little bit before,
It's
and
a
then
nice
they
buck.
skirted away. And then he's
buck.
like, he got super stoked. He's like, oh my God, there's a buck. And
What I would tell you to do is if that's the rifle, I don't know what you have.
Tika 300 Win Mag.
Super light. Fucking horrible to shoot. Fuck all you guys in that gun, man.
I mean,
I
So
don't have
Wes
one.
has
I don't have one.
Wes has
Tank.
that thing, and
Tank,
that thing
baby.
hurt my offhand at the range.
I
was
shot
like, dude, you can
Josh's
have this.
Tika
Shot it one
308,
time, I was
dude.
like,
No,
you
it's
have
a
this.
Tika
338. No,
Take-
Josh is a 338.
No, his is a 300.
Every-
Mag.
That's like
Yeah.
probably the most popular Alaska gun there is because it's
It's
like
a good,
6
it's a
pounds.
good
Exact
starter
same-
gun.
No, it's a Tika. That Tika
No,
action is it's a
gun,
great gun.
Period.
Yeah.
But that plastic stock that thing comes with,
Just kicks,
dude,
baby.
you're fit. Don't worry about fucking 2 pounds.
Yeah.
Take a shit in the morning, and then there's your 2
Okay,
pounds.
well, what would you suggest for?
I would put a new stock on that thing. I would get it bedded.
Muzzle brake.
You can try it, and I would take it in, and I'd get a muzzle brake put on it, and that will make that. And then if it's a gun, like if you're gonna have that gun forever, and it's a great gun, so I would keep that Tika. It's a great gun. And if it shoots good, keep it.
Yeah.
There's no reason to shoot
Muzzle
anything
brake
else,
on
actually.
it. Here another. There's a lot of benefits to a muzzle brake. Recoil reduction is huge. Being able to see recoil reduction is probably the biggest.
Well, yeah, and
But
then
it
shooting it at the
also
range too.
also is another thing that people don't realize is like the crown to your rifle, which is like the end of your barrel, the last thing that's touching that bullet is very, very important for that to be machined perfect. And when you have a muzzle brake, it's very hard for you to ding that because it's covered. It's got this big threaded shroud over it. So you can drop that rifle, but you get a nick in the front of that barrel, it will change your ballistics. It could be dramatically.
Yeah.
So those are the biggest reasons to do it.
No, it'd be
protect
something
the
to
barrel,
good right now in the off season. I don't have anything coming
But it'll
up,
make
so-
it'll make your range days. Because Wes is a big dude, and I'm not a puss,
Oh, that
and I'm not
that
shooting
thing
that
just
Tika
Fucking
50 times at the range
punches
ever
you,
of his
punches you
gun.
in the shoulder every
Yeah, I've
time.
got a few
And I
years.
understand the lightweight. And that's great.
But be
But
on the lookout for more tips at alaskawildproject.com/Mount Division.
yeah, flash. But
trade.
if you put that thing in a
Tips of the trade.
It ain't
nice
free.
aluminum bedded stock
It's
and you
free.
bed it, have it bedded, that thing will shoot lights out.
Yeah.
And then just run the same ammo, and then your turrets, then you'll be like, you can dial and you can trust that thing will
With a
be.
muzzle brake, do I need to readjust my turret specs?
I would, because you're going off of a box number anyway.
Yeah.
So you'd want to get
that
an
tool
accurate, just like go be at the range when someone has a
And
lab
you can even
radar.
go another level and like order some custom ammo, and which is, I mean, if you're like, if you're just gonna go shoot it maybe 50 times a year,
If you have
Between the
ammo
range and
ammo
killing-
that shoots MOA accuracy,
you really don't have to have anything.
just make
made.
sure you shoot
Yeah.
the same ammo all the time. That's another thing that people don't realize is that one, like for instance, Billy Crum has that exact same gun, 300
didn't
Win
know
Mag
that.
Tika. We were going sheep hunting. He was like, "Hey man, you want to come to the range with me? Because I cannot get this thing zeroed. I have like a tight group, one bullet way off." So we went.
Don't worry about that little guy.
I was shooting him, and I was like, "Yeah, man." I was
Stand on the good
like, "Here's the thing, like and I had just bought 3 different types of ammo from one company, 3 different bullets, like a TTX, and I was trying to
Arms?
find what bullet I wanted. Yeah, I think I can't remember what I had. I think I had a Hornady, SST,
And a
a
nozzler.
TTX, and a nozzler, like long range.
It's the best like box ammo you can get.
And this is from Choice Ammo, which is they're like a semi custom hand load ammo. They have like their proprietary blends that they put in for powder, primer, bullet, and then you pick from them, and they're high quality ammo. And
With all the same bullets, though.
but I had a Gunworks gun, and my Gunworks gun was doing exactly the same as his gun with one of those boxes. And I was like, hey, my gun hates this ammo. And every barrel, it don't even matter manufacturer, like every barrel is going to be different because metal is not perfect. It has impurities in it. So you're going to have different harmonics through it, and it's going to change things. And so you got to figure out what ammo, what bullet, and then what load your gun likes.
Yeah.
And so
Especially with the older
we
guns.
switched. So I was like, hey, I'm going to throw this. I'm not going to use this box of ammo. So why don't you try it in your gun? And he had 3 shots touching. And I was like, well, we're good.
Yeah.
You're done. Let's go hunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
And-
is the
and
ammo
what-
you
Likes
need, and
it.
this
Yeah.
is the
And
load.
so I was
Likes
like, just
it, yeah.
make sure that this is the ammo you buy from now on. It's $100 a box. It's not cheap, but you're not going plinking with that gun.
So, like the ammo that he was shooting before, does he recall like what was the variable? What was the difference between the two?
It was just something he bought from the store, and I have every one of my friends does that. It's the same as like, it drives me nuts. It's the same as we've had this discussion on here when I'm like, "Are you zeroed?" And they're like, "Yeah, I'm 2 inches high at 100." And I'm like, "So you're not zeroed?" And they're like, "No. If you're 2 inches high at 100, then you're." I've had this argument with Matt, and Matt's like, "If you're 2 inches high at 100, then you're dead on at 200, and so it works perfect." And I'm like, okay, well, here's the ballistic chart for your ammo and your gun, and you're actually 3.5 inches low at 200. So that means you're going to be 1.5 inches low at 200, not dead on. What? I'm just like, yeah, dude. That's why you zero. That's why it's called zero. It's not called
0 plus
a little
2
bit
inches.
lower, a little bit high.
Yeah.
But you're getting into like. But if you're going to start reaching out,
If
and
you want to go down
if you're
a
gonna
whole
sheep
another
hunt-
rabbit hole,
if you're going to sheep hunt,
Yeah.
you're going to
Exactly.
be reaching out. If you're going to go out of this state and you're going to pursue elk, you're going to go like Arizona or New Mexico or Utah. Those guys, like, I know like the Chino boys, like that outfitter,
Yeah.
those guys are like, as a client, we expect you to be able to shoot 700 yards. And I mean,
Copy.
that's because you're shooting like that terrain, like those guys are shooting across canyons
Yeah.
a lot and stuff like that. So like if you plan on having to reach out, then you gotta remove as many factors as you can. So that way
Yeah, taking out any.
but you can customize any over the shelf gun, and Tikas are there's guys from the ammo that I use is Unknown Munitions, and those guys are fantastic. And they have if you want to learn about all this nerd shit, they have a great podcast. Shoot to Hunt, I think it's called. And those guys are freaking geniuses with ammo and guns building.
Ballistics and all
And
that.
there's one of their boys is like, he's a Tika dude. Like that's the act. He doesn't want custom actions. He shoots Tika actions. And so it's a very good platform. It's just like anything else.
Yeah, you can rabbit
You
hole
know?
a lot to learn.
It's still being manufactured by a dude somewhere. And, sometimes people come into work happy. Sometimes people come into work grumpy.
Fuck it.
Sometimes
That's right.
people come into work hungover.
that's true. That's true.
So
let's watch this video.
you might get
here.
the screwed on drunk hungover. Oh, shit. That looks like Oregon.
Coming in hot.
Yeah, those are big ass off-road semis too. Like they ain't normal size.
No, and I was referencing like those clear cuts that we go up. It's like the
Right.
grade.
There is no turnout. Like, that is a fucking
and the
one-way
grade that these things are going up and down when they're loaded, like that. This is nothing. Yeah, obviously,
Sure.
this is like flat.
And I
But-
bet it doesn't give it justice. It's probably a little more of a hill than what it looks
a
like.
little bit, and it's
Yeah.
kind of like this. But these clear cuts, they veer off this road and go straight up.
And
Practically,
they get those trucks up there?
They do. And that's where we're driving around looking for blacktail, like
Yeah.
the last 4 or 5 days of the hunt.
When we moved to Arizona in '94, and we drove from Seattle down, and we drove the Pacific Coast Highway the whole way to LA, just for the scenic part of the drive.
Yeah, it is.
And
badass.
we Billy's dad moved with us, and he had a U-Haul.
You
They
went through
drove.
Weed, Oregon.
We went through Weed, Oregon.
Hell
I think
yeah.
that's actually Weed, California.
Now it was Weed,
I
Oregon.
thought Weed was in California. I thought that was right before the
I could
border.
have sworn when I went through it was Oregon.
It could be.
Yeah, pretty sure.
It could be.
Yeah.
But when we were in Oregon on the logging roads, like the highway, and I remember this specifically because I remember going, these dudes are fucking insane. Billy's dad. So we drove a U-Haul. They pulled their Harleys out and they rode motorcycles. So we followed them in the U-Haul and a rental car. And I was driving a rental car through the logging area of Oregon, and I'm hard cornering to keep up with these dudes. And I'm watching their trailer sliding, starting in our lane and coming out of these turns in the other lane. These dudes are drifting logging trucks. And I was like, what the fuck? And I asked someone in a town about it. I think in like Coos Bay, Oregon. We stayed the night there. Went to a football game. Totally different story. It was insane. Like the smallest town. There's like 5,000 people at that football game. But
fun.
I asked someone about it, and they were like, yeah, dude, they get paid by the load. And I remember living in Arizona and it being national news that they changed the whole law there and made it illegal to pay those guys by the load because they were fucking murking people constantly because those trucks were. But I was like, we were in, I don't even remember, we were like a Grand Am or something, some rental car. But like, it was like hard cornering in a car to keep up with these dudes fully loaded with logs. And I was just like watching the trailer drift, and I was like, these guys are insane.
Yeah, they're Western. Like,
Yeah.
Insane.
Can I just kind of switch gears real quick? I know that we have a lot of lady listeners, and I'm curious on what gear that you use. Like maybe give a little insight, because a lot of times you probably go out there and there's maybe just men's stuff that you can find. I'd like for you to give like a rundown to anyone that's listening that's trying to get out on a mountain hunt or some sort of thing. Like what kind of stuff is you find is working for you as far as like sizing and because there seems to be a little bit of a gap between, what some companies are making some women tailored stuff.
Yeah.
And then a lot of times you're probably just having to find what fits you best.
Yeah.
Or stuff like that. So curious on like what do you find in your last 2 years? Like, man, I love this. This could be better or whatever.
I've never really gravitated towards women specific like gear. Like if it works, it works, regardless if it's designed specifically for men or women. So, I mean, I've got a kind of a mixed bag of like some products that are like women specific from Kuiu that are tops, that I like, versus like my boots are crispy and they've been solid so far. And I kind of have a mixed bag of all my gear is like some women specific, some men.
Can you maybe walk us through like your kit on what you obviously just did in Kodiak?
Yeah.
2 weeks in a row.
Yeah. So
From base layer out.
Yeah. So base layer out, like this granted was a rare scenario where, I mean, like last year I'm wearing like 5 base layers and we're just tucked full. So I have this, I think it's this Gala like long sleeve. It's a lightweight wicking. It's a Kuiu brand, and I've just bought like 2 other colors. I've got like
the Gila.
Yeah, I got a camo one, a gray one, and like a tan one, and it's just like the best. I wear a hood everywhere, and I'd say probably for women, this is like the same as like our hair is like Velcro when you're walking through any of that stuff. So it's like, I don't care if it's hot, whatever, like that lightweight hood is going on, and it's like the best because it doesn't overheat you. Like, and my head gets really hot. So I never wore a beanie once. Always had a cap. And then would always wear that hood with like my hair tucked back in, because it's like, that's like one less thing that I need getting hung up on all that bullshit over there. So hood always. And then my other go-to is actually a woman specific, like a lightweight Kuiu puffy, but that has arm vents.
Okay.
That was like pretty crucial overheat with all that climbing that you're doing. So all I wore was like that base layer and that kind of mid layer light Kuiu puffy. And then on the bottoms, a handful of times I just rocked those Barney's pants that we probably all have like from the summer.
Yeah.
Like it was warm enough that I could wear those with some side vents. And then recently I just got a few of those Fial Raven.
Those pants.
Mm-hmm. And before I had a men's specific one, and then I just ordered a women's specific bit.
You get a bonus at work or something?
I know. I don't be buying those things full price. Those are crazy.
Those bad boys are
Mm-hmm.
What about like underwear? Because I know that's a big issue with dudes.
You wear underwear?
Yeah. And I was debating on, because you said those Stone Glacier ones were legit. I was debating on getting those, because I've tried lots of different kinds and I still haven't found like the one. So I'm curious if like ladies have the same.
Yep. If I'm wearing like a base layer that's like a legging type thing, I won't wear underwear with them.
Okay.
But like if I'm doing like the Barney's pant or the Fial Raven, I have Lululemon underwear that are like the naked underwear, so you don't feel them on.
I've heard tons of good things about those.
So it's like they got full butt, they got thong, they got options. So it's like you've got something on, but you don't feel like it.
Are those a synthetic?
You can't even notice the thong.
No.
It's like it's not there.
It's like wearing nothing at all.
Pretty much.
I was wondering. I was going to ask you next.
It's like, no, it's not there.
Yeah, good question.
No chafing or nothing.
Just a good old nut cup.
I went
So you find it beneficial. I mean, just even like when we go on a Kasugi hike, even for people that are not like intense as maybe we are, like let's say you're just doing a weekend, backpacking trip, like you're not just going to wear the regular stuff.
No, you need something that's like sweat wicking, breathable, that like can dry quick. If you do, which you will, get sweaty, and it's like if you're going somewhere there's water and you want to wash it and it's sunny out, like get it in the river, get it in the water, get it in the lake, put it on your trekking pole, dry out. I've done that, and we'll do that multiple times with like I bring like 1 or 2 pairs of underwear on sheep hunts, and you can like wash it and just let it dry, and it dries like that.
Oh, you wash it?
Uh-huh.
Are those Lulus synthetic or are they merino blend?
Synthetic.
I thought you just wore one for 10 days and one was just a backup for emergencies.
Negative, bro.
You just rotate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought the backup was.
No, once the one.
I do. The second one is the backup, like just in
That's
case
what I'm saying. Like the
the
first
hard
one
pick happens or something.
get a hard dig. That thing's blown out.
Yeah.
Go to the backups at day 8. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. I don't go to backup.
I think that I wear a base layer no matter what, even when it's hot.
What kind? Like a
Just
tight?
like if I'm hiking, I wear compression.
Compression. Okay. And that like second. That's like underwear.
Yeah, but I wear full compression pant
All the way down to the ankle.
No matter what the temps are.
Mm-hmm. Well, those are
And I noticed that like I see him unzip his stuff and he's not. You don't wear. You just have boxers.
Yeah, I used to.
I like the compression because if you're spending several days, like I'm telling you that like I'll be noticeably less sore, less tired,
like better for circulation
and just better for being tired.
Yeah.
Like you don't like you don't realize like how much like what the thing is like every muscle on you, right, is like one extends and one pulls, and they ain't ever both working at the same time. So when you're pushing up, like your hamstring is loose, right? When you're loading that quad to like step up something, your hamstring's loose, and all of that bouncing around is just fatigue.
So you like an ultra thin compression?
Nicking. Yeah, I wear compressions.
Which ones do you like?
I wear Under Armour compressions.
I have some.
I like a lot of Under
Armour. They're too thick.
Stuff.
They're like the waffle old school ones, which I love.
Yeah, and I wear those. I wear those for warmth.
Yeah, on the 4.0.
But even when it's like, sheep hunting, I have a compression pant on.
Even during the hike, dude?
Yep.
And underwear? Or no underwear?
Yeah.
And underwear also.
And compression?
Yeah, I never wear a.
And I wear
compression
long boxers. Period. Because I don't like shit riding.
Long boxers, short.
Period.
Capri.
Like every day, right now.
Booty.
Not past the knee.
Can we get into that?
Just not the. I'm not European.
Like base layer, over layer, capri, puffy kind
Type
of guy.
But I go
Earlobe
super thin on pants.
See that?
Oh, so your actual overpant isn't
Thin.
it's okay.
Thinnest pant I can buy.
Yeah.
And then
'Cause he's
and
got
he knows
he's
the
got
second I
base
stop
layer.
moving, puffy pants go on. The second we stop.
Instantly.
First thing I do when I take my pack off is pull my puffy shit out and it goes on because that puffy pulls all that moisture off you and then keeps you warm.
Yep. I
Are
did.
you still going with the capri puff?
Yep, still rocking the capri puffies.
Those are nice.
Did you buy some, Brandon?
They're the
I have
shit.
not bought any capri puffs.
But I will say this.
I have some.
And this is
some
to
capri
all of
base
you
layers,
brands
though.
out there because only a couple of you have figured it out. Why the fuck do we make a down top, a down puffy coat, and a synthetic puffy coat, but we only make down puffy pants? Why? I want synthetic. I don't want.
Are the
I don't want
Kafaro
down.
ones synthetic?
I don't have Kafaru.
Well, they do make
I
them.
have
They do
Canis.
make
They're
them,
like
but they're
monster.
not fitted. They do
Yeah.
make synthetic. Like I was telling you, my Mountain Hardware ones.
No,
they're
but
not fitted.
none of the honey
Barney's
brands are doing it.
Barney's has their ones that are the bottoms, but they're so like they're just like
Kuiu
MCM
did
or-
it finally.
It's like
They have
it's
the
like wearing snow pants.
yeah.
like what puffy? You said you wear a puffy top and a thin. Like what is that? The synthetic or the down?
Down. But when we're up ridge top, like I have my Kafaro full zip
Yeah.
and pullover that you have.
Which that thing is awesome. But I
Can I-
have been having
Favorites.
some serious problems
Can I
with
call
the
it out?
seams.
Would Stone Glacier make the Cirque pants?
that
Yes.
would be the shit.
That's what I want.
That's what I want.
Yes,
But I'm not-
or
I
Kuiu and their
understand.
Kenai. Didn't they
Yes.
have the
Yeah,
Kenai?
Kuiu-
No, those are what
Kuiu-
you're looking for.
but
The
that-
closest thing.
Yes,
But Kuiu,
that.
it took Kuiu like 4 years before they had the super down
Yeah,
pants
because you rocked
forever.
those on the caribou hunt every night when we were just chilling around
Yeah.
camp, and I was like, "Damn,
I want
God damn it,
synthetic,
I need
dude,
something
because
like
I
that.
want that. Because I don't wear a
they're
lot.
thin too."
I like to start cold because I know I'm gonna get hot.
Yeah.
And
Then stay
and I'm
warm.
one of those dudes who's like, I'm side eyeing the shit out of you when you're like, gotta shed a layer.
It's like, God
You're like-
damn
I'm
it,
like,
you
you
knew.
started
You
cold.
knew.
We wouldn't
Yeah.
have to take this break.
Nope.
Yeah,
Just go straight up the freaking mountain in a rainstorm with your t-shirt on.
Yeah, you'll be warm eventually.
Just start moving, you little biatch.
Yeah,
but fitted ones.
yes,
fitted.
fitted. I like compression, man.
Lululemon doesn't have a synthetic pant. I think
They do. They've got a few. But it's like I know we love like the side zip, like the zip on and off, and like they're not that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because that's what we put on when we get somewhere over our boots. And
Yeah.
I have a super light base layer bottom that I wear. It's a Sitka.
yeah,
It's
your
like the
gray
super,
ones.
The super light. No,
Which one?
no, it's a base. I'm talking about like a compression base layer. I rock the shit out of those, and I do like those.
I like wool.
But it has to
I like
be. It
synthetic.
has to be a cool. Like I have to know I'm going to hike up to somewhere and it's going to be immediately already cold or cool, and then I'll wear base layers. That's when I'll like gut out. But if we're going like hot conditions to
I like
more
something
hot
cold.
conditions, I'm like,
I don't wear it for the heat, though.
layers.
I wear-
I know that.
I specifically wear it
I
for the
overheat though.
compression.
I just fucking.
But none of the
Overheat.
who's making the good compression? Thin.
Compression.
Yeah.
Those
Or
Sitkas
just
I
like
got are fucking good.
Like the 4.0s. Like I love my 4.0s. They're
Oh, you
super.
got 4.0s?
I wear those like
Holy
on the sheep
shit.
hunt at night.
Yeah, I bet.
Like sleeping.
That's like a sleeping bag.
Yeah. No,
I have
they're
the
legit.
1.0s.
Okay, but same deal.
And I have
but-
2.0s that I wear if I need warmth.
Yeah, those 4.0s.
But I wear, and I have some Nike ones. I have a Nike compression.
But there's not
pant.
like a hunting company making those.
Not compression. No. First Light makes some. I don't know if they're making them anymore, but they had a couple years, and I have a couple pairs of them of compression socks.
Yeah.
They're a
I like to wear
motherfucker
those
to get on, but
even too under like waders. You don't feel so like
a lot of
bunched.
times those go like all the way up to below your knee. you know, which is good
If I
for
just put on those
circulation down there.
1.0s, like the thinnest compression pant that Under Armour makes, and I wear the Kuiu, I think that's how you say it, Canis pant, which is like their Africa pant, which is super thin, just ripstop, synthetic. It's not loud. It's super quiet. I love those pants. I have 2 pairs of them.
Those grape leaf.
I'm about to wear them out because I'm wearing the shit out of them. They got knee pads in them. That's another thing. I love knee pads in those pants.
Yeah, you do.
Not that way.
Little extracurricular camp activities.
Just to start.
I thought what happens in the mountains
Just
stays in
to
the
start the
mountains, bro.
fire. Just to start the fire. You know what I'm saying? Get your knees on that shell. That shell rock.
Dude, when you got to crawl in on some shaly ass rock to peek over an edge, man, you're real happy you got those knee pads.
Curious on the winter. What's the plan? You just had a major run.
I know.
I feel like you had a major run
I did have a pretty good
from
run.
August till now.
Yeah, I'm going to head to Arizona in a few weeks to go thaw out and see my dad for a handful of days. And then, back into the snow mix here, you know, start touring and resort stuff.
Are you going to be there with
backcountry.
Billy?
I will catch him on the tail end. I'm going after Thanksgiving, but I'm going to stop by Angie's.
Okay, yeah.
Before I
Because
head
he
north
told
to
me today
Sedona.
your dad's going to be there.
You know, maybe some sort of spring bear hunt if I'm lucky.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna figure some stuff out there, but just transitioning to snow time. You know,
Buying a
So
sled.
the transition's,
the season.
transition's over.
sled.
It's
I'm
here.
hiking.
The
I'll be
transition
hiking
is
this year.
over.
Maybe some super Kevin.
Being young.
Yeah.
Being young. Still hiking.
Yeah, isn't it snowboard season pretty soon for you guys?
Oh, it's
We're in it.
it's right now, man.
Well, not pretty
Right
soon
now.
for me, but pretty soon
Yeah.
for her.
I'm just gonna put my son put a rope on the back of the 6x and
There you
ride. Let him ride right down the
pilot.
arrow.
Almost sled season.
Man, a good little. I kind of feel like that's like the post season hunt talk, like hunting season over,
Ish.
dunzo. I mean, unless you're
Kinda.
gonna go blacktail hunting or
Somewhere
something
out of
before the
state.
end of the year, or
I did.
something out of the
I
state.
mean, I put in for javelina and some other things in Arizona.
Well, I meant like Alaskan. If you're just like purely Alaskan, like
Yeah.
it is really
It's over.
yeah.
like I think like 2 or 3 weeks ago, Chad wanted to go look for a black bear one more time.
They were.
And it was kind of late, and we went the weekend before.
We're gonna
and
go
then
hunt
we-
pike now.
Yeah,
Oh
man.
hell yeah!
Like
Yeah,
hunting.
okay.
Hunting
Yeah.
pike.
Hard water hunting, baby.
Ptarmigan.
Patarmigans.
But it just for the big game
The Patarmigan.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
it's-
all like. I would say
Caribou's
we,
still open.
shut her down.
I know, man. I'm down.
Go snow machine in for some caribou.
You'd have to do that, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
40 mile. Man. Could still do
Tempting.
Snow
that.
machines that can go do that.
Brandon should buy a snow machine since he's about to be free.
Freedom.
I got my eye out.
On something.
I mean, what else
just-
are you
I
going to
don't
do
know.
when them kids are at school during the week? Dude, you got to go snow machining.
Shit, man, I'm gonna hit that gym, dog.
Oh, get swole.
Oh, we coming to
Hit that
Elite?
gym in that boat range, dog.
We going to Elite? Let's go.
Definitely
Oh,
wanna go down.
shit.
I want to get down on that.
I think he's more of an Alaska Club guy.
Elite sounds maybe more fun because there's a little more camaraderie there.
Dude, it's
all-
way
Hey,
more,
once
it's
this-
more
once
fun because
hey,
you don't have to
I'll be
think.
there. Once this knee's done, boys, you better just be ready. Because
You guys
The
better
gym-
be there.
all this you've been
The
waiting
gym
on me.
is-
You better be ready.
The
All
gym
right.
is whack. Like
Well, you
I
guys
don't like
you
the
guys
gym.
got
I
the
don't like
talking
the
part
gym.
done.
Yeah,
I don't like the gym
it's,
culture.
It's live right now on the podcast. We're telling you.
I don't like the gym culture, man. You go to Alaska Club, everybody has their earbuds
No.
in. Like no one talks or communicates or like. It's just
Emily
I don't-
knows
I
how
mean,
Elite is, dude. Like no one should be intimidated by Elite because it's literally the widest range of a group you're ever gonna work out.
Sure.
with. There is 60-year-old. I mean, if Ellen's there, Ellen's like what 70s
God, she's a bad bee.
doing
Well,
dead
I mean,
hang pull-ups like they ain't nothing.
In the end, isn't it
fucking
just trying to
70s.
bring a better version of yourself by going there?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that's like
Well,
It-
what it boils down to.
You guys are all younger than me, and I'm just telling you right now that if you want to stay in the game, dude, I know Daniel said numerous times, dude, I just never gym. I can't. I don't.
I'm a
I
gym
haven't.
guy.
I never been trained. I'm just like, okay, well.
You'd love it. We'll do a little.
Then your
team
your
set.
kids are gonna.
I have
your kids
to-
are gonna whoop your ass at everything. Bro.
No.
Nope.
Oh, dad,
it.
it's just gonna be dad's strength.
Listen, no, I got to be able to win something. I need competition. You know what I'm saying? At the gym, it's like just you. You know what I mean?
Oh, well then-
but that's why this sounds
Elite?
good to me, because it's like, oh, you want to see? You
Yeah.
can do this. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
because
I need to be able to
you
win.
look over
I'm
at
very
Trent
highly
Taylor and you're
competitive.
like, oh, Trent's lifting that.
Oh,
All
Trent
right.
did that? Okay.
Double up.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
put a
Yeah.
little more on there.
Yeah, exactly. That's me. I got to be able to win.
I'm in the same boat.
Like I
That's
don't
what
like
I love
to just,
about it.
Yeah.
And we got some good people there. My boy Win, he gets after it. There's a few dudes in there that get after it. There's a whole bunch of girls that get after it. If
That's
you look
enticing.
over at Tanya, you'll
That's
just,
enticing.
don't watch what Tanya's lifting because she's gonna hurt your feelings.
She'll outlift everybody. She's one of the coaches there. She crazy.
She's gonna just hurt your feelings.
But
You're
it's
gonna be like,
awesome. Once you're all healed up,
Yeah.
we'll get you in there.
Yeah, it's a good format, and it's all stuff that is just gonna make you stronger,
Functional.
and more injury free.
Yeah.
Instead of curls for the girls shit that you're gonna wind up doing at the gym.
Yeah, isn't it at this point moving forward versus trying to build something or a physique or a certain look?
Yeah,
it's really just like preventative maintenance at this
It's
point.
100% is what
That
it is.
and I would say like the key being functional. It's like it's gonna help aid you in whatever
Yeah.
your activity of
Yeah.
choice in the outdoors.
Sure.
It's mountain running, cross country skiing,
Joints,
skating,
ligaments,
hunting.
strengthening, things that can
Yeah.
handle that shit.
If you
Yeah.
go to the gym, you're probably gonna get stronger if you build your own workout. Mm-hmm. And
Run on the treadmill,
but
hit
you're
the stair
probably
stepper,
gonna
all that shit.
lose range of motion because you're gonna
repetitive, just muscle
you're
memory
gonna get in a
shit.
cycle of doing the things that you're really good at.
Yeah.
Because that's just what we do as humans. Because we don't
Range of
wanna-
motion is what I want.
And so if you want to like
And longevity.
keep your range of motion or get better, then you got to go to something like Elite where they're actually teaching that. And you don't even like, I remember when I first started doing stuff there and I was like, what the fuck is this doing for me? Like we're doing ladder work. Cool. Like I need my feet to be faster.
Yeah.
But you don't realize like that's working all those little muscles.
Small ligaments in your
Sure.
knees,
Yeah.
joints,
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
And so
Look at you with
once
the
you
boot,
stick
yeah.
with it, then you're like,
That's
yeah,
what
that's
I did.
good. I did that.
It's
on one leg.
I did that way before Elite. That ligament's been gone since the 90s, dog.
It's been a bone spur for about 25 years.
Dude, he showed me a photo today of the bone piece he took out. It was like bigger than his thumbnail.
Did you get it in a little thing?
No, he didn't give it to me.
Oh, really? Trying to sell
Kinda
it.
like
Axe for
Trying to
that.
sell it.
looked like crack rock too. Probably
Yeah.
could have sold
He's
it.
pulling like some fucking. He's gonna like store those for later. It's like
Yeah, there's some good.
He asked me if I needed. What do you call it? I don't know. It was
Some
some.
PRP.
It was no. It was.
He's gonna, like,
it
build
was
and
like
repair a
something
ligament
made
with
with
that
a
shit later.
placenta to help it heal faster. I think he asked me because I think maybe people like maybe religion based. You wouldn't want that.
Yeah.
I was like, bro,
Give me all the
I was like,
placenta.
All that.
I was like, is that all you
Yeah,
got?
juice
Like you
it
got
up, bro.
human growth hormone,
Take it all.
stem cells. Like,
Yeah.
Stick it in.
what are we allowed to do? What can we put on
Put
this
some fucking
insurance?
peanut
Give me
butter
some
on
brother
it.
ligaments.
Yeah.
Some
I'll
of
take
that,
it
bro.
all, dude. Stem cells. I don't care.
Well, we gotta go. to
You could
Colombia
put a
for that.
baby in there.
I got the connect in Colombia. Talk
Oh, yeah.
about that later off air.
All right, let's do
Yeah.
it.
It's just,
All right,
it's just a
Alaska.
rub.
Yeah,
Just a
yeah.
rub on there.
It's a rub on rub. Thanks, Emily, for coming in and sharing your story.
Yeah,
and your
man.
time.
Yeah, good job.
Thanks,
Yeah, you-
everyone.
I'm jealous.
I feel like you're here now. We can see you more.
Here I am. I'm back. Let's go.
Well, and congrats to a successful hunting season. I know you had
Everybody.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean all of it, and you went on a pretty dope sheep hunt.
Yep.
I mean, there's
Sheep
a long
hunt, goat
story
hunt, all
story
kinds.
to that, but you went out in the woods for a long time on that, which
I
is
did.
dope.
Yep.
Got a spring grizzly bear. Went on your sheep hunt.
Yep.
Then you got to go
Went on a goat hunt.
goat hunt.
Yep.
There was maybe some missed opportunities there or whatever,
Yeah,
but
close.
still
But
cool
it was fun,
experience,
just
right?
2 girls getting Western out in
Yeah.
frickin' Seward.
Elk hunting on Afognak.
Yeah,
Blacktail deer got a buck of a lifetime. I mean, that was
Nice
a beautiful buck.
it was a great year.
And girl, man, congratulations!
Thank
like,
you.
I'll just quick recap on that, man. I'm stoked for you because you've been in communication with me all the way from the very beginning on what you're doing and when.
Yeah.
It's been pretty cool to be part of your little ride and hearing about it like almost in real time. So I was always updating all these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was good shit.
Thanks.
Congrats, man.
Thank you.
Great. Keep building it.
Here we go.
That's it.
Yep. Gonna do my best.
Thank you, Alaska. Stay wild.
You remember my speaking to you of what I call your overcautiousness. Are you not overcautious when you assume that you cannot do what the enemy is constantly doing?
The Alaska Wild Project podcast is brought to you by the following sponsors.
Barney's Sports Chalet, supplying hunters with the best hand-selected gear since 1963. The exclusive home of frontier gear built for the rugged Alaskan terrain. Your one-stop shop for all your outdoor needs. Visit Barney's today at 906 West Northern Lights.
Big Rays, the Alaskan outfitter, committed to outfitting Alaskans across the state since 1947. Whether you're a recreator, parent, guide, or corporate buyer, Big Rays has the gear you need, tailored for Alaska's harsh conditions. Check out their new exclusive line of Auralic waders. Big Rays for all your outdoor gear and rugged work attire. BigRays.com.
Tailored Restoration 24-hour emergency home services, helping Alaskans restore their dreams since 1972. Services include fire, water, mold, post-emergency cleaning, repair, and remodeling. Give them a call in Anchorage, Eagle River, Matsu, or Fairbanks. Hit them up at tailoredrestorationalaska.com.
Total Truck and Alaska Overlander, Alaska's premier supplier for custom automotive accessories and overlanding products, providing all-inclusive rental vehicles and trailers custom outfitted to explore the Alaskan backcountry with a unique and convenient traveling experience.
TheTreehouseAK.com, located at 341 Boniface Parkway, Alaska's own and grown cannabis and CBD store. Ask the bud tender what the strain of the day is to get your 10% off. The Treehouse, where the culture lives. AKO Farms, located in Sitka, Alaska, built from the ground up with concentrates as their single motivation, with exclusive products such as their sugar wax, full spectrum diamond sauce carts, and more. Ask your local bud tender about AKO. Marijuana has intoxicating effects and may be habit-forming and addictive. Marijuana impairs concentration, coordination, and judgment. Do not operate a vehicle or machinery under the influence. There are health risks associated with consumption of marijuana. For the use of only by adults 21 and older. Keep out of the reach of children, and marijuana should not be used by women who are pregnant or breastfeeding.
The Bait Shack, located on Ship Creek upstream of the bridge. Can't miss the bright red shack. They are the go-to fishing gear rental and guide service on Ship Creek. Tight lines and fish on. Come hook into the action with them. Hit them up at thebaitshackak.com.
Lawn Pro AK, Alaska's year-round professional property maintenance team. Services include weekly lawn care, custom landscaping, fertilizing, weed control, turf repair, and more. Schedule your free estimate at lawnproak.com.
Alaska's OG cider company, Double Shovel, crafting gluten-free colonial-style ciders founded as a healthier, non-inflammatory brew option. Drop by their Pop and Tap room in Anchorage off of 58th and Arctic or visit the second location in Kodiak. Double Shovel, award-winning ciders.
The Alaska chapter of Backcountry Hunters and Anglers. BHA is the voice of our Alaskan public lands, waters, and wildlife. Their goal is to uphold our hunting and fishing legacy while keeping our public lands wild. Stand up today and join BHA at backcountryhunters.org.
Alaska Mining and Diving Supply, located in Anchorage, is our go-to for powder sleds and utility rigs. Whether you're in the mountains with the flat bill bros, running trap lines, or hauling freight, they have the selection to get you dialed from peaks to the valleys. Find them on Commercial Drive or akmining.com.
Should you not claim to be at least his equal in prowess and act upon the claim? I say try. If we never try, we shall never succeed. This proposition is a simple truth, and it's too important to be lost sight of for a moment. If we cannot beat the enemy where he now is, we never can. It is all easy if our troops march as well as the enemy, and it is unmanly to say they cannot do it.